I had already wrote like 6 letters to some of the most important people in my life. I walked in my garage. I set the fucking insurance policy down. I laid the 6 letters out. I just bought this pistol, which I don't have nowhere, by the way. I got rid of it because it was, I don't want to look at it. I'll give you
No, I
another.
get it.
So I've never used a gun though. Don't judge me. Never used one in my life. Never needed one. Just wasn't a gun guy.
Yeah.
Okay. So I loaded this thing with 13 bullets in this clip. I didn't even hesitate. I sat down, put the letters down.
Okay. Irene?
I got a $5 steak on a $20 grill. I can't help but feeling like the king of the hill. The grass is kinda high, but it's under control. And right now, I ain't in the mood to mow. I'm gonna thank the good Lord as the sun goes down for another day above the ground. Oh, well, I ain't at the top, but I ain't at the bottom. Being in the middle for me ain't a problem. As a matter of fact, where I'm at really ain't too bad at all. I know I ain't got every little thing I want, but I got everything I need. And that's a pretty good place to be.
Hello. It's another episode of the Let Me Talk to You podcast, episode 10. This is the season finale. We got on Supa. His name is David. He is a great guy. He is a musician. He is a comedian. He is all of the above. We dove into some serious stories about mental health, just being grateful to have life and what it feels like to be a father, what it feels like to just be a human in society. It is an episode that you will not want to miss. I promise you. It was arguably one of the best episodes that we've had this far. What's up, Superman? How you doing?
I'm good. Are we rolling? We ready?
Yeah, dude.
Let's go.
We're getting it, man. So how's everything been?
Sorry, I'm being coached from that side.
It's okay. It'll be
Great. I'm great.
It'll be a blooper. Don't worry.
I'm always good, man.
Yeah.
To be honest, yeah.
So I've done my research, man. So North Carolina, what made you come to Texas?
College basketball.
College basketball, dude.
I wish this is in North Carolina.
Yeah.
You don't know your geography, but it's okay.
I'm
Disrespect this team just like that. It's
dude,
like it's in Texas.
I'm not a very big
Sports person.
College football.
Oh no, this is
Or
basketball.
college basketball. Anything college. I just got into it this year because Dion. I liked watching him kind of.
Fair enough.
I think that was cool to watch him kind of bring joy to that city of.
Yeah, and raise men.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Being a coach, you're in the job of raising men. So I coached basketball for years, and you're part of raising men.
Yeah.
Or women, depending if you're, but like sports in general I always think sports is good, especially in the coaches thing, because a good coach can make or break you.
You can.
Sometimes.
You can. Yeah, trust me, I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan. I know.
Oh, you're real broken then.
Yes, dude, I'm broke all the way.
Poor guy.
So I wanted to hit you with the question right off the rip. What is the amount of time it should be to ask a woman to marry you? I watched your videos, dog, but you never came through and said the time. You was just asking people in the crowd how long it took.
Yeah,
and it got louder and louder every time you said another year, which was like.
Oh yeah, the one lady was at 10.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck, dude? So
if she ain't marrying you after 10, y'all just not gonna get married.
I hate to put you on the spot, but what's the amount of time? Well, I mean, what's the range?
I think all right, that's a good question. I think it's all different.
Yeah.
You got to take each end of it. Because, I mean, like, if you've been married in the past or, and you may not want to get married again. So you may just be dating, but that's your person.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think marriage at times, after a while, I know it's a very biblical thing, but it's a piece of paper at the end of the day.
It is.
Like they used to have 27 wives in Old Testament. I'm just saying. Like
Yeah.
I know we in New Testament law. Here we get spiritual on a Sunday, but yeah, like they had 17,000 wives when they was young. Like I'm not saying to have another wife, but like the whole. I don't know. I don't know how long it takes. How about that?
Yeah, well, we're definitely.
I'm waiting for mine to ask me now, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, well, she's better get on the ball,
Yeah,
dude.
I need to be asked this time. That's how I feel.
So you've been married before?
Yeah, I have been married before. I got 3 great kids.
Yeah.
21, 19, and 17. Taylor, Dylan, and Jacob.
Hell yeah.
They're my
man.
world. I love being a dad.
The best feeling in the world.
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, it'll drive you crazy too, but like it's at the end of the day, what we do as men matters for our children.
It does. And I don't know about your situation, but I know I didn't really. I have a dad, obviously, and he's great now, and he's a good grandpa. And
Yeah.
my mom's has been okay too.
Mhm.
I say that loosely, but I didn't really I wasn't taught how to be a parent, right? So like everything I do with my kids is based off of knowledge I gained from my own situations.
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
dope.
which can be difficult,
Yeah.
because you don't want to stray them the wrong way.
Well, parenting's very hard anyway because you are trying to make sure that they don't end up on the pole or the corner
Yeah,
at the end of the day.
or both.
Yeah, or both. Or both. And shout out to those on the pole that are working their way through college for a better life. I get that. The rest of you crackheads, like, just do a little better. At least have a side gig, side hustle somewhere.
You need to
We
start
don't-
making
it's
T-shirts or something. dude.
something. They're like, I got my OnlyFans.
Yeah. Well,
Me too. It's called Supa's Feet.
no shit. I feel like if I had an OnlyFans, it'd be me like making macaroni or something, dude.
Yeah, let's do new OnlyFans, like the stovetop stuffing.
Yeah, no shit, man. So hey, that actually happens. People do that shit.
You could do a crock pot OnlyFans. And you just put a camera on the crock pot and be like, 8 hours from now, the episode will be over. Low and slow.
For sure, man. So, are you with Comedy 409? Do you do a lot with them?
So
or-
yeah, I guess I've never been officially added as far as like technically, but yeah, they're my people.
Well, I've watched
It kind of happened like organically, I guess, because I wasn't there in the beginning, and then I just kind of reached out to them when we were doing an open mic night at Pour09
Yeah,
on Tuesdays.
I love Pour09, dude. My gangster side can come out, dude. I wear my blue shades, bro. I walk in there. I might have a bandana shirt on, dude. You know,
Well, out there crip walking from the
Dude,
parking lot to the
I mean,
bar.
you know,
Hey,
I'm just-
they not like us.
Yeah,
They
dude.
not, all right, dog.
Yeah,
all
dude.
right, my bad.
my homeboy Norman Melanson, y'all might know him. I don't know. He's from PA, dude. And when I showed up, he was like, "Oh, you're trying to fit the culture tonight, huh?" I was like, "I can do it, bro. Whatever you want me to do, I'll show up as it, you know." So yeah, I like Pour09, and honestly, I'm terrified of Beaumont bars. I think Little Woodrow's has kind of had like a fucking bad reputation, and that trickles through Beaumont, you know.
Yeah, there's some good spots. I mean, Pour's always been kind of the home spot for me because I've done so much work with them, Min and Chuck, and like they've just been home for me. I know they're going through a lot of changes in what their kind of management style and new ownership and stuff because they're getting ready for the one down here in Port Neches. But
So they're opening up another one in Port Neches?
yeah, but it'll be more family friendly, pickleball courts, not a lot of DJs and stuff like that like they normally would do at the other one. It won't be a club.
It won't.
No, it's more restaurant, fun stuff for kids. They'll do
Yeah.
bar stuff at night, and,
Yeah.
and but they'll never do like the DJ club atmosphere they got
That
over
place is
Beaumont.
fucking dope, bro. I mean, I went there, dude, and I like drinking wine. Don't judge me.
No,
But
that's cool.
And I like fruit in my wine. So like,
Now we're judging a little bit.
yeah. So
We're putting a little pineapple,
Yeah,
little,
dude. No,
little
not even
sprit.
that.
Do you
fruit.
drink it like this?
No,
If
well,
your pinky ain't up with
yeah,
fruit in your
dude.
wine, then
Well, the drunker I get, that pinky gets higher and higher. So,
Mhm.
I like blackberries in my shit though. So this lady kept coming back and bringing me the wine. I'm like, man, fill that bitch up with blackberries. You know what I'm saying?
this
So
boy making his own moonshine in
Yeah,
the middle
dude.
of Pour09.
I just really liked.
This will be fermented at the end of the day. We about to get drunk.
Yeah, man, dude, and I spent a tab there too. But I had.
Oh,
so-
no, you'll spend a tab.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun there. Me and my wife have date nights, and those are fun.
Yeah, there's
You know,
always. Yeah.
I think, and that's kind of back to the marriage thing, man. Me and my wife, we've been together 7 years, and
That
it's
deserves a round of applause. Anything over 5.
yeah, dude, and I don't even know how I did it. Like I don't know how she put up with me. I met her as my bartender, and she was my bartender for a long time.
Okay.
And I never hit on her or whatever. I just hit on everybody around her. So I still to this day don't understand why she gave me a shot.
Because you didn't hit on her.
That might be a fucking.
It happens. I'm telling you, if you ignore a little bit,
Yeah, dude.
especially beautiful women that have never been ignored,
Yeah.
They don't know how to deal with
Oh,
it.
that hurts.
They're like,
man.
wait a minute, I need to approach him a little
It's
bit.
kind of a
He's
weird story, bro, because
different.
actually I met this chick that was actually relieved. Actually, I think Sabrina, she was being relieved by this name I won't say. And so I went on a date. I wouldn't really call it a date, but I went to her house and I bought this. It was during Valentine's Day. I bought this heart-shaped pizza and like brought it to this chick's house
Best way to a woman's heart.
and some Reese's cups, right?
Stomach.
So I walk in and there's like 9 kids running around, right? And I'm like, oh shit, this is
It's a
epic.
similar story.
There's a lot going on right here. And anyways,
It's
my
crazy.
first
I've
date,
been through the
I don't
same
know
kind of
if
stuff.
I don't know if I'm just too blunt, bro, but I asked her how many baby daddies you have, and she told me 9. And I'm like, damn. All right. She said she had to use the restroom, baby. I was gone.
Yeah, that thing loose like a highway.
I left my case knife
You
over
drive
there.
everybody through that mother. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I just bought a brand new
9
case
children?
knife, dude, and I fucking left it there, bro.
That's where it stayed.
It's not ever coming back home.
No, never. You can never go back to the house.
And I won't. My wife would kill me first of all.
Yes,
and
for
then,
sure now.
yeah. And then that girl comes to work and
She probably get pregnant off a head.
Yeah, dog, dude. I feel, yeah, dude. I feel like she's very fertile. You mean you have to be? You
Oh,
know?
what happened here? Like a Polaroid camera.
Yeah, dude.
You don't like the kid, just shake him. We'll see if the other one develops better.
Yeah, dude. I'm just not trying to be a stepdad. You know what I mean? And there's nothing.
No,
There's nothing against
look,
it.
Hey, I'm all about stepdad 2025. That's my that's my new saying.
How long you and Miss Ashley been together?
Man, it feels like forever. You know, choked up and emotional when I think about it. No, I don't. Not at all, actually. No,
Yeah, she's gonna kill you after this.
I know.
Yeah.
Since like October is very new for us.
That's a good amount of time.
Yeah, it is.
That's a good amount of time to know.
That's my girl, man.
Yeah, dude.
That's my lady.
She seems dope. I
She
mean,
is definitely dope. She out of my league too. She fine. She bad.
so is she your manager?
That too, pretty
Yeah.
much, yeah.
That's cool. See, I'm putting my wife.
She
through-
does not want to be talked about right now either,
No,
so
it's
I'm
fine,
glad we're
man.
doing it.
I'm gonna get her on next.
Oh, earlier when I told her you had an extra chair, you were gonna have an extra chair, right? It was
Yeah.
like, oh, you say you put an extra chair. She was like, where? Not on set, babe. We're not finna put a microphone in front of
Yeah,
you.
just for that, we're gonna take a picture of her and make sure it slides in there somehow.
Bet.
You know, we should put
Yeah.
the fingernails up, and we'll name them Supa's back scratch.
Huh.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do, baby. It's gonna sound good. I bet you get good at back scratch though, dude. Them nails are fucking sharp, dog.
I get a lot of good everything. Support, love, kindness.
See, I'm putting my wife
I don't know
through.
what he's laughing at.
Right now, I'm putting my wife through computer technology and IT.
Wait. You're putting your wife through computer technology? Like you taking her head through a monitor or what?
No,
What are we
she's-
teaching her something?
Yeah,
like,
dude, no, she's getting a
like,
degree.
you gotta say it different.
Okay.
Like I'm putting her through this computer.
No,
Like
she's fucking doing it, dude.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
So I told my wife I didn't want her to be dependent on me
Okay.
forever because you never know what can happen. Tomorrow's not promised.
True.
So I wanted her to do what I thought would make her happy, you know, and it's computer technology and something engineer, maybe an IT engineer or something like that. It's super fucking expensive, but I don't care to pay for it because I want her to be able to do something that makes her independent again. You know, I don't want her to have to worry if something was to happen to me. I've lost probably, dude, in the last 4 or 5 years, like all my day ones are gone, and I'm not trying to get emotional about it. I'm just letting you know all my fucking friends are dead for the most part. You know,
I get that.
I got one that's doing 12 years in the feds, so he's gone too. You know what I mean? And you're doing all your time there. There's no like, hey,
Yeah, for sure.
if you do good, you going home. No, you're not. He's not coming home. And so that makes you. I think naturally when somebody passes away like that, and it's a normal thing, you start to think of your own mortality.
Yes.
So like that's when I broke down to my wife and I'm like, look, I love you being a stay-at-home mom, but our kids are getting a little older. Malaya starts school this year, which is
So all of them be in school.
Zane's 3, so
Oh, so he's
got a couple years. But I mean, whenever Malaya's not here, he's a fucking saint, dude. But like the moment she gets back, they're like Beavis and Butthead,
Makes sense.
you know. So I just want her to start kind of developing a degree to where something that can make her happy and make money at the same time.
Yeah. Facts.
And it could possibly help us out too, you know. You never know. I mean,
I'm all about going back to school and learning, and like I went back to school a few years ago. My girl's going back. Like we just anything that can further you in life is good.
Yeah,
we should
dude.
always be learning.
Well, you got to invest in yourself. I think the best thing to gamble on is yourself.
No doubt.
I don't gamble football games except for this one guy named Troop Arline. He's got me for about $200. But He's the only one I ever fucking betted. And
Well, put that boy on blast, and you owe him money.
No, I paid him, dude.
Okay.
That's why I'm never fucking betting him again. I've never won. Hey, I did win in my fantasy this league, and the dude still hasn't paid me. Give me my money. But
Man, run him his money, ho.
Yeah, bro.
Run him his money, yo.
You know how
Now,
hard
hold
it
on.
was?
You know what I'm talking about? Wait, let me find out. We need to run this money. That's why you got Miguel.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, he's
Hey,
not social media, man. That's your backup.
He's gonna be PR before he knows it, dude. He's gonna be out there talking to the public, man.
Oh, I done knocked over all with my big feet. I done knocked over both of my
Dude,
albums.
The Rocktopus saved it, so it's okay. We'll fix it. We'll fix it.
back up.
We'll edit this part.
No, don't edit nothing. These
are Alright.
bloopers.
So is that your CDs from when you did music?
Yeah, that was my very first solo album ever.
So what did that do? Did it do well?
I mean, I'm here talking to you, so it didn't do too well. No offense, but
Yeah.
I'd be on a different podcast probably if it was a successful one. But
Yeah.
but no, you know what it did? That's my life.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, that's my time capsule.
Yeah.
Like you could pick that CD up and you can listen from number one to the last one and be like, oh, I learned something about Supa.
Yeah.
Like, cause there's songs to my ex-wife on there, songs to my kids, songs to my daughter. There's a song on there called "So Sorry." It talks about my daughter and how I just wasn't there for her when she was young and stuff like that. And like, it still gets me emotional to this day.
Yeah.
Her too. She'll listen to it and like. But yeah, man, like that was a big part of my life, man. I'd been on stages since I was like 14. So making a Supa album and doing it strategically, because it's called Who's That?
Yeah.
And Papa Roo told me one time when I met him, he said, hey, boy, who's that, huh? Perfect marketing because we don't know who you are. And I was like, yeah, duh. That's
was you ever offered anything? I mean, was there ever?
I was signed to a small record label when I was with a group called Shooters Tour. Shooters Tour was a friend of mine and I that we were both shooting guards in college, and we took that concept of being shooting guards and Shooter McGavin from Happy Gilmore,
Yeah.
and we called it Shooters Tour. Was our official like name.
That's clever.
And we were kind of compared to Outkast a little bit as far as a different sound. Neither one of us could rap like that. I'm closer than he was for sure. But like, so we did 2 years of that, Nemo and Supa, and at the end of the 2 years, I had pushed us. I was kind of the backing of everything. So everything show we did wise, everything promotion, everything, I was the label.
Yeah.
And while the label was supposed to do all the stuff for us, I was doing it
That can
all.
take a toll on you.
They weren't doing nothing. And
Yeah.
so he decided at the end of the year, the label came to him after our contract was up and they would say, hey, we want to sign him only by himself as a solo artist.
How about you?
No, my buddy.
Oh shit.
And they said that my rhymes were very Dr. Seussish. That's what they told me. This
Well,
label, right? This guy from this label. And I go, okay.
That could be a compliment.
I go, that's cool. I was like, that's the greatest spitter of all time.
Yeah,
Dog. Dr.
dude.
Seuss?
Yeah, bro.
We're not talking Dr. Dre. We're talking Dr. Seuss.
You
One
see-
fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish. Ah, Crips and Bloods. They not like us. Dr. Seuss is a G, fool.
I'm not Dr. Seuss. I'm Dr. Supa. That's what you
Yeah,
should've told him.
but so they signed him and didn't do nothing with him for 2 years. They signed him for 2 years and didn't do nothing. He was so mad because in those 2 years, I became Supa all the way.
Yeah.
Like I was already, so the nickname's a basketball nickname. That's where it came from. And my love of Superman, like I got pictures when I was a little kid in the Superman get up, that type thing. But like, yes, I just became Supa. It pissed me off enough to be like, oh, okay, I'll show y'all.
Yeah.
And then I went on to, nationwide tour and do all kinds of stuff.
I might have misunderstood you, but did you go to college and play ball for a
Mhm.
little bit?
Yeah, like I played ball at 3 different places, and when I went back to school 2 years ago to get to finish up my education and go back to school and coach and do some stuff, I had no credits to transfer. How do you play 3 years of college ball and not have 3 seasons? I won't say years because I never made it a full year at any of the colleges I went to. I was really good at basketball and making children. So I made 3 of them and then played ball a lot and then just didn't do any schooling.
So as you were playing ball, your balls were being played with. That's what you're telling me. That's what happened. That's the kid.
So anyway, today at church I learned that no, yeah, man, yeah. Shout out to my kids listening. I appreciate y'all. Y'all the reason you're here. The drainage was y'all. So
you were the one that got attached.
yeah,
right?
you're the 3 drainages. Appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Yeah, my kids, man, they're cool. They're really cool. I got a son playing college football right now
What? Who's he play for?
at Texas Lutheran. He was on that P&G state team.
Okay.
So he got a state
They
ring.
were fucking good, bro.
Yeah, he won a state championship ring, and then he won a district conference title with Texas Lutheran. So he got a ring for that too. So it's cool, man.
is he like, and I'm sure he is, but like, is he good enough to potentially go to like a college that's like in the SEC or something?
That's his goal. His goal is play in the league. He told me one day. In fact, that's why I got it tattooed just recently. Why not me?
Yeah.
Because that was his saying to me. Because I played college ball, had a chance to go to the league, but I was a knucklehead. I could at least been playing overseas for sure.
Yeah.
And just was a knucklehead about it. And so when he told me I want to play in the NFL, I'm going, oh, okay, you're not really, sure. Like,
Yeah.
I'm in my head, I was going, man, it takes a lot. NFL, we're talking superstar athletes. I know you work hard. I know, you have the potential and this, that, and the other. The dad in me was going through all these different scenarios of trying to be realistic with him. And then he just looked at me and said, why not me, Dad?
That's badass, dude.
So now we have T-shirts made that we sell,
Why Not
the
Me?
Why Not Me brand. And
I need one of them.
yeah, I'll get you one for sure.
I'll get you a hat. I got these that say "Dodging the Devil" on them. I said it one day, and the people that make my merch thought it was cool. So I guess that's my saying now. So I say it
It's
everywhere.
a good saying to have, Dodge the Devil.
I mean, that's what I'm just trying to do, because he's always there, bro. He taps on your shoulder all the time, asking.
But he has no power.
No, he doesn't, especially if you give it all to Jesus Christ, which I'm a firm believer in. I have stories I could tell you that there's no fucking way, and sorry, God, for saying fucking, but I said it twice.
I love it. He's
But,
like, fucking
But, dude,
Jesus.
if it wasn't for him, I could tell you these stories, bro, where even recent stories that if he
for sure.
wasn't a part of the process, I wouldn't be here today.
Yeah, I believe it.
1000%. Especially I told you where I'm from. It was like I was the only white dude in my neighborhood, and honestly, dude, I loved it.
Peas in a pod right here. That's
Yeah.
my people. I knew we was kinfolk.
Yeah, I loved it, to be honest with you. I knew what cool cups were.
Facts.
Other people,
Lucy's.
got them damn cool cups.
Go to the store and get me a Lucy one time. I may need a Newport just for
I was
the heck
probably
of
the
it.
only little white dude that would walk down Magnolia to go to D&D's to get a cool cup.
Oh,
all right?
man.
So,
I like that.
I used to go to Chino, Chino HD.
Mm-hmm.
I used to go.
Chino HD's boy brought it back. Look, for those who are tuning in right now, if you don't know who Chino HD is, this man did every music video for everybody we know back in the day, right? Remember?
Mm-hmm.
Chino. I just saw him recently.
Dude, he's still a great guy. He's lost some weight. He looks great.
Yeah.
He looks great.
It's crazy to see all these guys all this time later. Because how old are you if you don't?
I'm fixing to be 33. Yeah, so I'm 32.
Young.
Yeah.
Damn, I am so old.
No, you don't look at it. You can't look at it that way.
I know. How old do you think I am? You already did your research, though, huh? So you know. how old I am.
I think that you're fixing to be 40.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm about to be 45.
Well, God, dude, I'm wrong, dude. But
That old
my math was never great.
Keeps that
so.
young and smooth.
But Chino, I
skin.
remember walking to Chino. He used to have this little studio by this little store that said Vietnam on the side of it. And I still don't know why it said Vietnam. I want to know why. I still want to know why. I think about it all
That's
the
where
time.
them good chicken wings were.
They were there, dude. I wish I'd have known. But I knew my nanny would give me $15 in a roll of quarters. And I'd go to Chino, and he'd let me do 3 freestyles on whatever beat I wanted.
That's what's up.
And
Your grandma?
my grandma would give
Okay.
it to me.
When you
yeah.
said nanny,
Yeah, that's my nanny, man. She was.
I was just making sure that's what I called my grandmother nanny too.
See,
but
look,
I
that-
got made fun of that for that, and I was like, "That's my nanny and papa. That's my
Man,
grandparents."
fuck y'all for hating on the nannies, bro. Nanny is.
Well, I
where it's
wasn't gonna
at.
say all that, but while we on
Yeah,
the
dude,
subject,
if you don't like calling your grandma nanny, then fucking
yeah.
fuck yeah.
Oh,
All right.
and your mammy and them.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
what he said.
Yeah, man. You had
That boy's serious about his nanny. You hear me? I thought you had a clean lady
No.
when you said nanny. I was just making sure we were talking about grandparents. I was like, I thought you grew up in the hood. This man said I did have a nanny though, and a babysitter, and also we had a butler, and we also had a chauffeur. But
we did.
we was hood though.
We was the only 2-story house in my neighborhood.
Excuse me.
You know.
Excuse me, white
So,
privilege.
we even-
I thought I was privileged.
Yeah, dude.
I had a 2-story too.
My best
I get
friend,
that. I feel that. That's what's up.
Somebody had to do it.
Somebody had to do it. I can't help my dad was stunting on the neighborhood.
Yeah, bro.
What you want me to do? We
Yeah.
had two staircases. Look at us.
Yeah, dude,
Look at God.
We were doing well, bro.
Yeah.
I had a circle driveway, bro.
What?
We were really doing big
Oh,
things.
he was ball. Oh, we didn't even have a circle driveway. I thought we was cool because we had a long driveway, not the circle.
That circle driveway wouldn't have been susceptible to the truck I drive today. It was a small circle driveway, but it was circle.
But it was still circle.
Yeah. What's
Y'all don't
crazy,
understand, in the 90s, a circle driveway was everything.
Yeah,
You'd only
dude.
see those on, like, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and stuff. Like,
I got a
big
fun-
TV shows with rich people. Look at the circle they driving.
So if you know that area, then you know Stephen F. Lucas, or no, Anthony F. Lucas Elementary.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
So, like, that's why I went to elementary, right? So my first day at this fucking school, starter was what you wore back then. You know, the starter wind pants.
Oh, yeah. I
especially
had
if you
the
were
Charlotte Hornets
Bro, I walked
dressed up like Miguel.
I walked into my first day of class at Lucas Elementary with all yellow jump breaker suits on, dude, with some white Air Forces. And they were like,
Everybody had the Michigan Parka starter
Yeah.
jackets.
yeah.
They had Michigan and the Hornets. And people were like, you a Hornets fan? Like,
Mm.
nah. Everybody rocked the Hornets back in the
Yeah.
day. Everybody had that Hornets jacket.
Yeah, man.
Larry
No,
Johnson.
my nanny did me well, man. I mean, she passed away unfortunately of stage 4 lung cancer. Her right lung had collapsed, and at that point, life kind of because I was dependent on her, which is why I was talking to you earlier about like like with my wife, I don't want her to be dependent on me. I'm not gonna be here forever, dude.
Yeah, none of us
And
will
I don't like live off a Final Destination, but all my homeboys are gone, and there's a good chance one day it might be me. And that's not being pessimistic. It's just being real that this world is fucking nuts. I drive to work every day. People are nuts on the road. The last buddy that I just had that passed away, he was, where Four Oaks Ranch Road is, out there in Lakeview. You can see the saltwater barriers from across the way. Well, he was coming around the corner, dude, and he hit that rebar that pretty much is supposed to protect you from going in. Didn't protect him, crushed his sternum. He went into the water. His truck submerged. He passed away, and he was doing very well in life. So yeah, it can happen to anybody. You know what I mean? Every day, whenever I'm on my way to work, I go over the Rainbow Bridge. I see that water right there. I'm like, dude, somebody could very easily run me off the road, and I could be in that lake.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, it is a scary feeling. That's why, and being so dependent on my grandmother at a young age, I didn't have any guidance after that. My mom was an addict, my dad was an alcoholic, and that's just what it was.
Yeah.
My mom was married 7 times. Jesus. My dad was married 4 times. So for me to be with a woman for 7 years, I didn't have
You're breaking generational
I literally
curses.
had no fucking example, bro, at
Yeah, no
all.
doubt.
If I was the case, I'd be in my 4th divorce right now. You know what I mean? So, but me and my wife are like salt and pepper, bro. I mean, unless you don't like pepper or salt, But
then they're peanut butter and
Yeah,
jelly. Unless you don't like peanut butter and jelly.
whatever you like.
Then
that
they're
goes,
chocolate and ice cream.
Yeah,
And if
yeah.
you don't like that, go kill yourself.
Yeah, dude, you're not.
Because that's too many things we done named that normal people like. You're crazy.
You'd be surprised at what people don't fucking like, dude. I was getting.
He's about to go on a tiff. I can just tell he adjusted himself. Like, I'm about to talk bad about
look,
some of
bro,
y'all.
I'm sitting at this car wash yesterday, right? And
In the rain.
yeah, dude, yeah,
Because it rained all. Wait, first of all.
Yeah, dude.
I mean,
So look,
what are you doing at a car wash in the
well,
rain?
It doesn't matter if it rains if you're polishing
You're right.
American forces, okay? So I just wanted them shining again,
I
right?
get it.
There's maintenance on them every 3 months. I wanted them shining. I
was
didn't
at
care.
the car
what-
wash in the rain. Getting my
So
shit polished.
none of these dudes, I talked to all these dudes through Google Translate, okay? I'd type it in, I'd show them, see. That's how it went down. And I'm literally over here I went on TikTok Live and I went on a rant about like, I'm fully for the getting bad people out of the country, right? But Hispanics a lot of Hispanics bring value to us. I mean, who the fuck is going to build your scaffold? First of all, second of all, who has good barbacoa? I mean, I'm on a point here. These guys literally come over here just to work. That's it. Like the good ones, right? They just come over here. They want to work and they want to fucking send all their money back home, which is not cool because we can't boost our economy because most of their money goes back to, down there in South Texas, Mexico. But whatever, dude. They come down here. I mean, I would imagine most Hispanics could be shitting trying to fix their toilet holder or something. You know, like Mexicans like stay wanting to work. Like I bet you they wake up and they're like, oh, I'm gonna work on this today all day. I mean, I had a guy that literally would work 7/12s and then go work 7/12s. Hispanic guy. How'd you did it? It might have been cocaine. I don't know. Never drug tested him. But that's it. It blows my fucking mind that this is who we want out. And I hate to get political, but it pisses me off. I wouldn't be where I'm at in my trade at all if it wasn't for motherfuckers that I don't know what they're saying. For sure. In the paint industry, I learned how to paint through Hispanic guys. And a lot of them are gone now because I started painting in 2010. And a lot of those guys are gone. But I'm so honored to have met them, and most of them was, they had liquid lunches. You know what I mean? They would be drinking on the JOB, which is okay back then. I think it probably wasn't. But it was for us, I guess. I didn't drink maybe I did. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. But anyways, it's a sore topic for me. But I had like 300 people watching me on TikTok go off about how great these Mexicans are doing in the rain, polishing my fucking American forces. I'm like, these guys,
polishing in the rain.
There's like 9.
They're probably looking at you crazy, just cussing you out. Like, this white dude really got us out here polishing my car in the rain.
Well, I had a dude try to hit me for $900, bro, just to polish all 4 of them. I'm like, dude, you're fucking crazy. I'm not gonna pay you that much money to fucking polish my wheels. I'll drive around with them looking like that.
That's prostitute prices for polishing.
Really, just saying. Dude. I know that they do the rub. They should do the tug too if they're gonna cost me that much, dude. You know what I mean? Fucking $900.
Only if they got soft hands.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I don't know. They could have 80 grit sandpaper hands.
I need to put some oil on them.
Like what? Diddy's oil?
Sure. I mean, Diddy probably had the premium oil though.
Yeah, 1,000 bottles of it with MDMA.
I mean, it probably wasn't just regular oil either. It was probably like
MDMA oil.
There was some different things in that oil. Like, well, I feel these diamonds touching my skin. That's rocks. You got diamond crusted oil.
So what made you decide music was done, or are you done?
Actually, I don't know if I'm done fully. I still think there's another Supa album in there somewhere. I got a lot to talk about, especially over like the last 5-6 years. Just going through a divorce after 15 years I never saw coming, and how all that broke down, which I won't get into that just because of the people involved in it. But like, I lost my mom a few years ago, and like you were talking about, we only live once. It happened overnight, and so when that happened, I was single at the time, and I just kind of was like, you know what? Life's too short. We got to change it up.
Yeah.
And I wasn't doing anything with Supa at the time, musically or anything really. I was hosting a lot. I after my music career, I kind of just began event hosting like crazy, and doing a podcast and doing a radio show and stuff like that, just to keep like the Supa name alive. In fact, when I started stand-up, I was going to go by my real name, David. And then somebody was like, bro, you're Supa the MC though. Yeah. So you've been your whole life. You always been Supa. The MC part just kind of came on because one day somebody called me that at like an event, and so it just kind of stuck. And but yeah, I don't think music's completely done. I can still freestyle with the best of them. You can ask my lady; she'll film me every once in a while. If we go out like it's late night and I get to freestyle, and like I'm Himothy.
Really?
Yeah, like straight up. Like I'm just being like 100%. Yeah. Do I need to re-say that again for the camera? Yeah. When it see, I've been playing TikTok. When it comes to things I do, I'm Himothy. That's how I feel. Like I'm good at rapping. I'm good at basketball. I'm good at comedy. I'm good at event hosting. I'm great. I'm a great lover, husband, father, friend.
Well, I want to
be. I'm all that.
I want to be your friend, man.
Yeah. And life is too short.
It is.
So we have to not only be responsible about it, but also enjoy the heck out of it. And like Miguel will tell you, man, like he's probably never been around me where I'm not enjoying life. Like and I have my bad days, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, everybody does.
But I try not to. Dion always said that. You were talking about Dion earlier, but don't have bad days. Yeah. You have a bad moment in a day, but don't turn that day into 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Because that's what happens in life. I see all the time, even with friends of mine that have been married for a long time, and the kids are driving them crazy, taxes out of their paycheck, whatever they're going through in life. And then all of a sudden they had a bad day and somebody cut them off after the 17 things they went through in the morning.
Yeah.
The boss, the kids, the diapers, the whatever. They were already frustrated. Then all of a sudden you get a guy, cuts them off, flips them off, whatever. So now he takes that husband now takes that same anger back to his house. And now he's mad at the wife. Now he's mad at the kids. Now he's mad at whatever. And then it just keeps spiraling. And then a month goes by. You've been pissed for a month. And you're like, why am I still angry at whatever? So
Yeah.
allowing someone to make you angry during your day and then just kind of not letting that go is something I've had to learn, but like life is just too short. So I'm enjoying the ride I'm on right now. Stand up kind of fell in my lap after years of people saying, get your butt on stage and do stand up.
Yeah.
I've always roasted people
Yeah.
forever. Like I love to roast people and make fun of people in a good way.
Yeah.
I'll never like, no matter how big your head is, I'm never going to be like, you got a big ass head and the Lord should have done something different with you when he had you or something like super mean to where they're like, the lady's self-conscious about her mustache and that one tooth sticking out to the side.
Yeah.
I probably won't say nothing about that, because
Yeah.
when someone's self-conscious or like you're talking about somebody and they look down, like you already know, don't talk about that person.
What did the lady do that when you was like, well, I can tell you haven't missed milk or what
that was a guy.
It was a guy.
It was a guy number one.
What did
I would
he do?
never. Oh, he shut his mouth up because he was dealing with the real. Miguel roasted him too earlier in the night.
Oh yeah.
See, he kept talking, and when I said he kept talking, he was talking to everybody's set. And
That sounds familiar, Miguel.
I got about halfway through my set, and he started saying something to me, and I forget what it was. And you seen the clip. I just started going off on him. And when he said something about eating or something. Oh no, he goes, "Oh, you just want to pick on the fat boy." And I was like, I wasn't gonna say nothing. But, how far along on you, and when you do?
When you do. 6 or 7 months or some shit like that.
Yeah, he's like, I don't miss no meals. I was like, you don't miss no snacks, fat piece
Yeah,
of
dude,
whatever.
yeah,
I
yeah,
start
dude.
going off
That
like,
fucking made me die, dude. He was like, it looks like you don't miss a snack. I was like, damn, dude, he just fucking tore that man's.
but he had it coming, and he asked for it because he said, "You want to go?" And I was like, "Oh, I can go. I have all the time in the world. Let's go." I love stuff like that because it's just fun.
Yeah,
And comedy's so much fun. Like I said, I had people forever, and so Pour09 was looking for something new to do on Tuesday nights. We had done trivia, we'd done bingo, we done karaoke, we did all these different things, and their Tuesday night crowd had kind of dwindled, and so they wanted me to start something new, and that's when I came up with the idea. I was like, I want to do an open mic, and really I was doing it for the rappers too, because you remember back in the day, we would kill for somewhere to go spit, and you could only kind of do it at the gig back in the day for about 2 weeks, and then somebody stole all the money from like the wristbands or something from the door, and that was the last time we were invited. There was no more rap music. I was like, wait a minute, how you know it wasn't one of these country meth head looking at dudes?
No shit.
But they blamed us.
Man, music played a big part in my life for a long time too. I was like, well, that might have been 2013, but I had been freestyling since I was in fucking middle school, and
You were young too. I remember you were on Bow Records now. Now that
Yeah.
we're talking about it.
I was with Black Diamonds. So
Yep.
Black Diamonds was the crew. We had Michael Anthony, which is ironic because my name's Michael Anthony. I still have no clue where he's at today. He had went through, a divorce with his wife, and after that, dude, he just fucking disappeared, bro. When I say disappeared, I'm talking about somebody I talk to every single day, business ideas, promoting our music, never speaking to again, which is
I've got one of those. The guy I was signed with. I haven't spoken to him in 20 years.
It's such a weird feeling, man. And like music played a big part, and I told my story. You know what I mean? I wasn't just
That's
out
what
there,
it's about.
I wasn't out there talking about women and titties, dude. I was talking about what I'd been through, and it resonated with people, and it was getting views, and it was getting plays, and it was getting money was being earned from it. And but I fell out of love with it, and
Plus, it takes a lot. Like
does.
you to really make it, and that's with any business. You got to have money behind you,
yeah,
and you got to have opportunities. And so, I was gifted some of that. But like you said, it's a picture of your life. You know, when you look into who I was as a person, and then the mixtape that came out after that, Back to Basics, really hit hard. But the track I Know from that album got I think 250,000 views the video at one
Oh,
point. I had Big Pokey and um, Paparoo was in it. I name drop for a minute. But yeah, like these are guys that always like people like Kiki, Pokey. Pokey was really influential in my career a little bit because he always showed me love. I was there the night he passed too at Pour when he had that heart attack.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I remember getting a call that morning from a friend of mine. He was like, "Bro, you're all over TMZ." I said, "What do you mean?" He was like, "You're all over it," because I was hosting that event and work. So anytime Pour or anybody has a big event where they bring like a rapper or something on stage,
Yeah.
I kind of help also facilitate whatever they need for that
Yeah.
rapper because I've kind of been in that life and know that genre of business and stuff like that. So yeah, when he had that heart attack and he hit, yeah, you knew it. I knew when he hit the ground he was dead.
No shit.
Yeah, you could just tell. Like he took that big breath and had that heart attack. And then
Was that a natural
yeah,
heart attack?
it's just
or
a
was
heart
it-
attack. I mean, you
Yeah.
gotta think this is a guy who forever was big pokey. Like he was
Yeah.
gigantic. And then he started losing weight, started getting in shape. But when you do 20 years of lean on your body,
And I wanted to say that, but I didn't
lean,
want to say
but
it.
by like
you know.
lean and every other, who knows what other drugs.
Yeah.
Definitely weed and alcohol and stuff like that, and who knows whatever else. And I'm not downing him. I'm just saying like when you put yourself, I mean, if you drink cokes for 27 years, you're gonna have an
Have you
effect of
fucking
that.
seen what Coke does? If
Yeah.
you if you watch that video,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
it turns into this like it looks like
I try not to drink. It's acid. Well, that's why the mechanic will tell you put Coke on top of your battery when you need to get all that little
Yeah.
blue battery
It's
acid
nuts,
off. It's
bro.
like if that's doing that to the battery, no wonder it tastes so delicious.
yeah, dude. It can it can
it's
clean
like-
it can clean your headlights too. I noticed that. I watched a video on it. Yeah, Cokes are bad for you.
Yeah, I'm not a big soda drinker.
The moment I watched that video, I don't remember who showed me. Somebody showed me the video and was like, "Dude, I want to show you this." He shows me, and I literally threw the Coke that I was drinking away.
You're like, I'm done with this.
Because I mean, it just looks terrible. It looks difficult, like really, it looks difficult to digest. That's for sure.
Now, Mexican Coke in a bottle is different though.
Yeah, they have good Coke.
That's not harmful
See,
at
now
all.
we're-
There's no even calories in that.
We're
I
back
heard.
to the fucking basics, dude. What are we gonna do without Mexican Cokes if y'all take all the Mexicans? You know what I mean?
I don't think that's how it works, but maybe
Yeah,
that's
dude.
next on his agenda. We're getting rid of the Mexicans in their Coke, and I don't mean the
We
drug,
got Gulf of
because our
America.
people like that.
Yeah, we like Gulf of America now. That's what it's called. No, we don't even have a Gulf of Mexico anymore, do I? He's like, I think Trump just sits on the toilet and just is like, that'd be a good idea. And he gets up and he goes.
It's
and
gonna
tries
be
to-
a huge Gulf of America.
Yeah,
I'm
like,
still working on that. I want to get a good Trump. You got a huge. Everything's huge.
yeah, dude, it's fantastic. It's amazing.
I need a
It's-
Shane Gillis type impersonation.
I don't
That
think
man's
anybody
cold.
can match it, bro.
No.
I
What have you heard Jamie Foxx's? Jamie Foxx's
mm.
is scary good. And you wouldn't see it coming
Well, we'll
because you're
throw it
like,
in there.
that
We'll-
makes no sense.
we'll
Why
throw-
does he have a good impersonation? But yeah, Shane's definitely the best.
Yeah.
His Trump is. Yeah, and it's really not a hard. I just need to practice it more, not on
Yeah.
camera, so I don't look stupid. But
Yeah.
it's gonna be huge.
Yeah, that's good. That was
It's
good.
gonna
try.
be a
You're doing good.
greatest impersonation of all time.
Yeah, dude, you're doing all right.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Now you just need to learn Elon's.
Yeah. Oh, Elon's is
He
just
just
this.
dude. He just pauses for like 13.
That's the
seconds.
Elon. You know.
Yeah, dude. He fucking that blew my mind too. I was like,
It's
bro,
like,
that's
wait a minute.
literally the worst thing
And-
that you could have did. Like,
And the crazy thing is, I don't think he meant it like that.
He
Because now
didn't.
I've seen other interviews with him. I was like, oh, he's just crazy because
Yeah.
he's way too into. He had a funny clip the other day I watched, and they were like, he said, he's like, what do you say when people say that you're bought by Putin? He's like, Putin couldn't afford me. I could buy Russia. What do you mean? Like, and I was going, yeah, it's kind of crazy. You can't buy this dude. Like,
no.
now if they give us $5,000 back,
Yeah, dude.
we'll be fans for a minute.
Yeah, dude. I like him for a little while. I think everybody.
And when I say fans, meaning like I still won't like him. You know what? Here, we'll get into politics for 2 seconds. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care because at the end of the day, it's a bunch of rich people fighting over a turnip. We're the turnip.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. It is. I like policies, not people. I like the fact that if he comes through with the whole no taxes on overtime,
That'd be great.
I'll have a
Things
small-
like that change,
Yeah.
but at the end of the day, I don't care if it's Biden, it's Trump, it's Obama.
No, I do care if it's Biden.
No, but listen, hear me out for a second. Well, hear me out for a second. It's not that it's the names of the people in office. It's the fact that if we fill a room with congressmen, none of them know my name.
No, they don't.
If I fill a room with presidents and world leaders, none of them know my name. But their bank accounts are tremendously full.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why they don't know my name, because I'm nobody to them. And all the rest of the American people, for the most part, are nobodies to them. And I don't care. These people all run in the same circles. They all touch the same kids, period.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude.
Let's be real. I mean, like, let's really be real about this for a second. There are some good there's got to be.
Yeah.
Out of all the politicians we have in the world, there's got to be a percentage of them that are good.
Yeah.
There has to be. You can't have a room full of 100 people and not have one asshole and one good person.
Yeah.
So it's got to be statistically there's good people in politics, but it's a small percentage because these people are wealthy elite. They could care less about what we're doing, what you're doing, about this whatever. So that's why I said live life to its fullest.
Just do it.
Make our money, save when you can, vote for your local people. That's where it really counts, because at the end of the day, Trump was going to win whether I voted or not.
Yeah.
Everybody saw it coming. Like this whole setup, it's the same thing with like the $5,000 and the things like that.
Do you think that's really going to happen?
Yeah, facts. I think we'll at least get 3.
Yeah.
I think 3. That's just what I think. I could be totally wrong. Who knows?
Well,
I think they're going to
complete.
Some stuff came out today that I read this morning on CNN CNN says it's got to be true.
Yeah, right. Fucking con network. That's what I call them. That's what they are.
Fox News. It's got to be true if it's saying on Fox. I don't know. I don't trust any of them. That's the best. I just don't. I'm glad
why podcasts are so valuable now.
Yeah, oh, they are, and they probably won Trump the election.
Oh,
if he doesn't go on Rogan and he doesn't change the narrative a little bit, he doesn't win the election. Vice versa, if Kamala goes on Rogan, she might win the election because she didn't come on. Like Rogan changed the election to me with his podcast. But like it's the genre now of being able to do podcasts and be able to just sit and talk with people, I think is everybody's time capsule for history later.
Yeah, because where else are you?
And I think it's good.
A 2-hour content.
Yeah,
right?
I think it's good.
I think the longest episode I had was 2 hours and 45 minutes. It was with a guy named Chasen Granger, who's actually in prison right now. He went to prison like 4 days after the podcast. He was convicted of allegedly selling mushrooms to an undercover cop.
Mushrooms?
Which is
are we still throwing people in jail for mushrooms?
Fucking
now?
bullshit.
If you go to jail for mushrooms or weed, don't come out.
Bro, it pissed me off.
Because you shouldn't. I'm just saying. What's crazier to me is we changed all these laws, and you got guys doing 20 years for weed right now, and you're going, you're going, man, like.
Let these fools go, bro. Like it ain't even worth paying for them to be there. We're paying for it, and for other shit that I don't even want to discuss.
Free Tiger King 2025.
Yeah, dude, we need to get Tiger King back out, dude. He only threatened the woman. He didn't actually do it. You know what I mean? Like,
I love watching my girl's reactions on some of the things I say because she's like, "This boy crazy. Why am I even dating him? He's an idiot."
No, it's fun, man. Yeah. Actually, the first ever change topic. The first ever stand up I ever went to was Miguel's, and
you still like comedy?
Well, so I'm sitting in the back.
No, I'm sorry. That's more of a tequila joke.
I'm sitting in the back, dog, and I know Miguel's over there. And
where was the venue?
Wasn't it Avenue X or whatever? Yeah. So,
well, he was good there because there was a lot of white people there. He had to show out because they'd never let Miguel back.
Miguel, I don't think that you were on stage that night, did you?
No, he didn't. You? No,
he was managing it.
Oh, never mind then.
He was just
Miguel's a funny guy. If you've never seen his stand up, Miguel. For those that don't know that you are cool, they're like, who's this Miguel we're talking about? We ought to bring him out here. They'll probably think we're talking about Hispanic.
They know who he is.
No, I know. Y'all posted the stuff. I know everybody knows who
Miguel
Miguel
dude, we had a good one, and it was fucking hilarious. But I remember, so you're talking about the guy that was like talking the whole time?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that was me. And I was in the back, and I had this fucking beard that was like a tower. And I'm just drinking this beer,
and it lit him up.
And I was shit faced, bro. And I'm sitting over. Yeah, you would have, but I was in the very back though. Like
it don't matter.
But
you're talking. I'm gonna get you.
Well, these guys, honestly, I wasn't that impressed. Some of them were funny, but it wasn't what I
know.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't what I was expecting. It didn't ruin stand up for me.
No, and because stand up's very. That's the thing with stand up. We could have Shane Gillis in this room right now.
Yeah.
he might not be funny that day.
No.
Like that's the difference between stand. People always ask me the difference between stand up and hip hop. Hip hop, I can get up and I can rap my songs, and I can the beat alone will have people like, because I always had good beats, and plus I always did my shows. I opened a cappella with a 16-bar verse, kind of spoken word poetry type, because I learned that at all these clubs, nobody knows who you are.
No.
Until you start getting a following. So they're not going to know your songs. So they're not going to sing with you.
Yeah.
So what can you do to get everybody in this club to pay attention to you? It's the same thing in stand-up. You got to command that audience.
Immediately.
So the person in the back talking with a beer thing shuts up and listens to the show.
Yeah.
To be honest.
And I would have too.
Yeah.
I would have. But I'm glad I didn't, because Miguel come walking up and we talked for what, 15, 20 minutes or
Was
so.
it friendship at first sight between the two
I
of you?
think so, dude.
Oh, and he said it. Yes, that's
think
beautiful.
so, bro. I
That's
got his
beautiful.
number immediately.
Oh,
Yeah.
he got them digits quick, huh?
But
yeah.
I was skeptic though, because I didn't believe he was giving me his real name. The whole time
This
I'm
is
like,
true.
I'm like, this is not your fucking name, bro.
It's
But
like, who is this black dude trying to come across as a Hispanic?
Yeah.
Miguel Fernandez away.
Yeah. So
No, that's not how that goes. That was
But
super
he,
racist.
but
We
but
shouldn't
he
have
had
done that.
overheard the story that I
Cut
was telling about the first time that I was like 16, the first time I ever did cocaine, and I was trying to hide it from my grandma, and we were at Parkdale Mall, which is like the fucking worst place to do cocaine for the first time, by the way. And the story behind it, I mean, it's like a 30-minute story, but it's fucking hilarious. Because
Give us the cliff notes. What did you do at Parkdale Mall you shouldn't have done?
Well, I was actually going outside to meet my homeboy to pick up an ounce of weed. And he was like, hey.
A lot of drugs in this story.
Yeah. He was like, I got this shit, dude. And I'm like, what is it? And he's like, cocaine. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Yeah, dude, I'm not interested. He said, man, dude, you'll feel fucking great, dude. Every worry you have will be gone. I'm 16. I didn't have many worries at all. Anyways, I parked at Mall shopping, first of all, with my grandma. There's not much to worry
There's
about.
not a lot of
you know?
worrying going on when you're
You
at
know.
Nanny's with Nanny on an afternoon getting an
Yeah.
Auntie-Aunt's pretzel
Yeah, dude.
and an icy from the local thrift store. You're good.
So sure enough, dude, he breaks it out and he's like, man, just try it. And I'm like, God damn, dude, okay, you're pretty much telling me. Dude. So, you know, I snorted a fucking huge ass line of this shit. And I walk back in and my brother's there, right? My brother's name's David too. And he's always been a goody two shoes. Like he's never did drugs.
Older brother, younger
He's my
brother?
older. That's the dude sitting behind me. Those
Okay.
that's him.
Dope.
And I put him back there because that, you know, that just kind of gives the audience to the thought that he always.
Which one's you, in the hat or the blonde?
I'm in the hat.
Dog, that outfit is fire, bro.
Bro, I was fresh from the start.
If you
bro.
could bring that back now,
I could do it probably. I could probably do it.
I mean, it's fire.
I mean-
Are we not? Can we not focus? Everybody that's watching at home, you need to focus in on that picture of that, my man. I can't
can-
see the other one.
You can look and see who was loved more.
Definitely you in the outfit. He wearing thrift store clothing. You got brand new off the lot type
Yeah,
stuff.
dog, you know, that's
He
what I'm
pulled
saying.
up in the
That's a train track suit, I think. I don't know.
with the two bears talking about go and stop. They can't figure out which one is which. I love it.
Yeah, dude. My mom, I think, loved
I
me.
mean, you look Chinese right there, but whatever. I'm just saying you got a little Asian in your face, but that's cool.
Yeah, dude. You let me hit a blunt. I look Chinese too, dude. If I get that.
Why does he look like a little stubby little, just like little Buddha baby face right there? Like he about to bring peace and tranquility back to the valley
Yeah, dude,
of his people.
I get that dental floss syndrome where you can blindfold yourself with a dental floss. And,
Dang,
you know,
not a that is funny and super racist, but we'll go with it. Cut that out. All right. This is,
no cutting here.
I just like how your pants up to your nipples too. Like like you were like, can we get these pants any higher?
Yeah, dude. There's no telling what I look like when I stood up. I don't even know.
He got the one thing down off the overall because he's still thug. You know, he grew up on the north side, so he still got the one little overall hanging off the corner, looking like a young kid in play up there. What?
No shit, man. So do you know a lot of people from Beaumont, or since you did a lot of?
I know a fair share. I mean, like it's funny. I'll run into people sometime that run into me at like Walmart or something with my sons. They're like, "Supa, man, it's so good to see you." And I'm like, "Oh man, so
Yeah, you too, dude.
you too, dog. How long has it been?" And they're like, "Man, it's been years. I remember when you did." I was like, "That's awesome, man. It's good to see you, man. I hope you're blessed. I just hope you have a great day."
You get home.
And then I walk off, and my son's like, "Who is that?" I'm like, "No clue." But they were nice. They were real nice. I know my fair share of people. You know, I mean, like I'm
You know,
horrible with names.
What? So I know a lot of artists.
Like you're
from
John,
there.
right? John
No,
is okay. Bet.
It's Mike.
Alright,
But there
I'll
was
fix it.
there was
We'll edit that post.
what was his so I don't know what he went by his rap name, but you know like Tyrant. Do you know him or Larry DeCarlos?
You're giving me government names.
There's
You got to
a-
see little Nuck Nuck and Boogie or something like
Carlos
that.
was-
That's the only way I know names. Like Johnny Smith, something.
Well-
You got to have nicknames. I don't know anybody by their real name except for Miguel.
Well, DeCarlos was supposed to go to the league, but he chose a different life, and he was cold, bro. He was at basketball. He was super. That's why I'm surprised you don't know him, because I mean,
If I saw him, maybe I don't know names well. Like
Yeah.
I'm horrible at names.
oh, dude,
I'm
we're,
old,
yeah,
man. I don't remember
we're at
nothing.
fucking Walmart yesterday, dude. My wife's taking a shit at Walmart, bro.
Now that is information we will definitely have to edit
Yeah.
in the post.
Fuck,
Boy, that boy
man.
put the.
No, dude. So this is like the worst place to do it too. I hate going out in public because I know so many people. So I'm sitting with my son in the buggy just waiting, and I'm like, I thought she was just going in there for a second, dude. I was fucking 10 minutes past. Man, I seen like 9 people I knew that I couldn't even remember who the fuck they were. But I'm sitting there having conversations with them, and I'm like, I text my wife. I said, look, I'm going to the electronics. I'm seeing way too many people I know. Like,
That's funny.
you know. And then she's like, I'm coming out. I'm like, damn, dude. I hope everything came out all right. Fuck, I'm over here trying to just dodge the devil.
Bro,
you
she
know?
wasn't on even home field advantage. That's crazy.
Yeah, bro.
Just out there in the pub. There's a road game. We don't do road games, dog. You got to come home and do a home. I need home field advantage
Yeah.
or dude wipes on me.
No, we were shopping.
One or the other.
We
I
were-
gotta carry him
Oh,
home.
dude, you can use dude wipes.
Yeah,
Dude, we're too much alike, bro.
we got to. I mean, we're white.
I mean,
It's
yeah,
kinda-
dude.
We smell the same. We look the same. He
You
could
know.
easily be my little brother.
Bro, dude wipes. Don't get the mint ones though. I feel like you might be gay after that. I mean, don't get the mint ones. You don't want a mint flavored booty.
I don't know.
You use
Mints.
the, you use
The
mint
mints
one?
with the little menthol in them. Wake that little. Wake that little starfish up, dog. Like swim back to the ocean.
No. You fucking use the mint ones?
Yeah, man. Wake up your whole system.
Oh, bro.
No, I don't really know. I just have regular old Walmart wipes. Don't let it fool you. There is no dudes in my wipes. I can't wipe with anything that says dude in it. I'm just saying, like, I use lady wipes, but not dude wipes. I can't have a dude and a wipe near that part of my
Man,
body.
whenever I figured out,
But they work.
They fucking work.
I just get
man.
flushables. I can't say dude on
Well,
them.
according to a plumber, they're still not flushable.
Yeah, I know. I heard that.
You know, but I keep doing
That's
it.
why you flush one at a time. You can't be my son. I'll put him on blast for a minute. This fool would use used only wipes. I was wondering why we run out of wipes so fast. And he was like, and one day I came in there and I knew he hadn't wiped himself with toilet paper because there was only one thing left on it. You know, teenagers. Well, some of y'all know teenagers. I know teenagers because I have teenagers. They don't change the toilet roll paper ever. They have one little thing on there. It's like, what was you finna do with that?
No shit.
So I had left it like that on purpose one time,
Just to see.
just to see if somebody would change it. Came back in.
No change.
He went number 2. Came out. It was still like that.
Yeah. I feel like your body's a crayon, bro.
Well, I
whenever-
need to
after
know
you
what he
shit.
wiped with. Because if the
Yeah.
toilet paper hadn't been changed,
Did
what
he
you
get in
doing?
the shower afterwards?
No, he just used wipes the whole time. I was like, bro, you can't use the wipe is the end game.
Nah, bro. I'd balls deep with wipes from the start.
Oh, you got money then. I don't have that kind of money.
Yeah.
I can't. Wipes is expensive. I can't.
I got some in my truck, my lunchbox, my fucking
Oh,
house.
I have them in the, don't get it twisted. I got some in the car,
it's almost
but
like
you don't
carrying-
just use wipes. So you just wipe it
Well,
from
I
the
just-
get.
I just
Oh, you just
fucking-
wet your whole butthole like that
Yeah,
up?
dude,
Oh,
no.
this dude's
I
nasty.
walk around with that moist.
Do you
baby.
take a shower afterwards?
If I'm in public, no.
Well,
But when I'm home,
of
yeah,
course.
later
Yeah,
on-
are you a
later
shower
on.
person?
Oh,
Like-
dude, I take three showers, especially from home. 3 showers for sure a day. I mean, I have to, dude. I don't know why. I just feel fucking ick if I don't. I definitely take one in the morning and when I go to bed at night, if it's like a work day or whatever. So yeah, dude, I do take showers. But I think that wet wipes are a fucking. They should be used by everybody. I mean,
they're fantastic, but
I
I don't know about
stopped-
only wet wipes. I
but-
got
no. Well, you can. I guess,
toilet paper at first.
oh yeah, see, dude, I just can't, bro. I can't use
He
toilet
out there
paper.
just
Wiping the ass, yeah, dude. That's all I be doing. Cause I feel like I heard somebody say it before, dude. Like the reason I started using dude wipes was because I felt like my fucking ass was a brown crayon. The more I wiped, the more I seen.
that means you weren't done yet.
Well, the web like.
What we talking here,
hey,
bro?
they-
Finish pooping.
The web.
Like, it will
hey,
be.
The wet wipes do the trick, dog. They get it gone.
He tried to just stop it from coming out. He's like, "That's enough,
Dude,
That's all you get out today.
Hey,
we will clear the rest tomorrow."
At this point in life, bro,
he
I'm
just snaps it off. Like, wait a minute, no
at
more.
this point in life, bro, I'm just lucky to get 3 shits in a week. You know what I'm saying?
You need more fiber in your
Or
diet.
I just need a doctor, probably. I don't know.
3 in a day. What
Yeah.
yeah, like if the food been right.
You know what I think I do wrong? I don't chew my food long enough. I think that's my issue. And
Is that a thing?
and it, you know, it's
So the
supposed
crowd
to-
said yes. So
Yeah, it's. I think you're supposed to, and it's like science, like 15 times. You got to chew it 15 times or something. Is it more? 32 times.
32
Dude, I'm like 3 bites in, and I'm fucking.
done.
It's in there, bro.
You're just
It's
next.
fucking- yeah, dude.
That boy eat like he in the
Bro,
army.
my wife will make my plate. Hey, my wife will make my plate, bro. She'll bring it to me in the living room, and
You be
by
done
the
before
time,
anybody else
hey,
gets
by
the
the
plate.
time she gets to her seat, dog, my plate's gone.
This boy out here just
Eat, dude.
you eat like that.
Fuck,
fool.
dog. Hey, but when
I'm about
you-
to poop in 3 days. I got to get this down. Like
You know what I think? You know why I think I eat that fast though? It's because I didn't have all that shit whenever I was growing
I didn't
up.
have real parents growing up, so I don't poop right, y'all.
Yeah, I was eating cream of. I was eating cream of corn and shit, dog.
I
Fucking,
mean, you're sweating. I should have
Yeah.
worn shorts. No wonder y'all be wearing shorts over here.
yeah,
But yeah, the boy.
yeah, dude. I think that's the issue.
I had a bad childhood. I don't poop normal, yo.
Dude,
His
that's the problem, bro.
therapist is like, so why do you think?
Yeah, how'd you
yo,
know? How'd you know I had a therapist?
Yeah, because everybody should, man.
Yeah.
I'm all about some therapy.
Bro, I've been going to the same therapist since I was 6 years old.
She got your pooping
No,
right.
it's a
You
fu-
got your pooping right.
No, he's a dude.
Well,
Yeah, he's a dude. But dude, if
then he should know your plights of the
Mm.
pooping.
we've discussed my pooping.
Have y'all? That's a
Yes.
good therapist right there.
Yeah,
if I
dude.
can't speak about my
You know
bowel
what,
movements
dude?
to my
I want to
therapist,
explain my relationship to you with my therapist, right? So my therapist, I've known him my whole life.
it
now.
must have been love.
it is, dude. Yeah, it
but
is
it's
love. Bro.
over
Dude, if
now.
Jesus could descended and just dropped a body, it would be Alan, which is my therapist. I mean, this guy is.
Your name dropping today has been incredible.
dude.
He's dropping first and last like it
Bro,
ain't
Alan,
nothing. Like
Alan,
there's-
dude. Alan watches all of them. So
I love it. What's up, Alan? Shout out to
Yeah.
Alan and
Alan-
making people's minds right.
What's wonderful about Alan is
Work on his shits.
Yeah, work on my shit.
Come on,
yeah.
Alan.
Compartmentalize. Teach me
Yeah.
how to do it. You
Teach
know
him
what I
how
mean?
to dookie.
So
Teach me how to dookie. Teach me how to do. Everybody love me. Sorry.
So do you have a therapist?
Hmm?
Cool, man. Well, I guess you're not gonna name drop. Just
No, not at all.
No.
I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah. No, I'm really happy.
She's
with
sitting
Alan.
right there. That's
Oh,
my
that's your-
therapist.
that's
We
your
don't- my girl's my therapist. No, I don't have one currently, but I believe highly in.
I think that you
I've
need
been to many.
Some days I go in there.
I think
dude,
couples
yeah.
should do it.
Well,
No, couples should do it.
Maybe
If you want to have a marriage that is full. All right, I'll test you then. What's your love language?
fucking
It ain't that.
no.
That's what mine is.
No, not fucking.
Oh, sorry.
I just,
That's my love language.
I honestly think our love language is just being able to be honest and open with each other and let her know how my day went and how.
Do you
her
know
day
what the
went.
5 love languages are? Have you had that discussion?
No.
You should read the book.
Well, give it to me.
I do.
books.
I have it. I really will. I'll give it
I
to you.
read all books.
So the
available.
love languages, there's like acts of service, there's words of affirmation, there's physical touch, quality time spent, and then I
I've
don't know what
heard
the fifth
this.
one
Where'd
is.
you get? What's this book called?
The 5 love languages.
Who wrote it?
Charles Stanley, I believe.
So I've heard about this book, and I think it was on.
I have both versions too for like men
Yeah.
and women, but it's good because you learn like how you push love and how you receive love. Like
Yeah.
I'm a physical I'm physical touch and quality time.
Yeah.
I want to spend time with you, and I want you to touch my body, and I want to touch yours. That's how that works.
Yeah.
But the way I give love is probably gifts or acts of service. Gifts is the
dude,
last
I
one.
just-
Gifts is one of them.
Bro,
If
yeah,
you want to
dude,
give
I just
people
gave
stuff.
my wife the biggest gift you could possibly get in the world, and it's fucking titties. I've spent 11 grand on boobs, dude.
Where'd you
and-
go?
To
Here recent?
Caravino in Houston. This was probably.
Were they worth every penny?
I mean, yeah, now they are. I didn't really care at first, but now that they're here,
Now you're like, oh, these are fun.
since there's an availability, I definitely let her know that I like them. You know,
11 grand, huh?
11 $1,000. Hey, I'm telling you, and you know what's cool?
Because I've been wanting titties for a while.
Yeah, well, you can get some, dude. I just want to look.
I
at
think
it.
that's going to be the way I make it. I've
Some
tried
titties.
everything else.
No, you're gonna make it.
If I get some titties though, now
Yeah.
it's the guy with the titties,
Yeah.
the comedian.
But
So now it's somebody.
You know what's cool? So just suppose you go.
I'm not getting titties.
With your significant other, and you go to the doctor to get it done, right? They let you hold them in your hands before
Well,
they
you get
go
to pick
in.
out which one's more realistic for
just
you.
no, she gets to pick that. It's her choice, her body. But I mean, they're cool
good
to
answer.
they're cool to feel. You know what I mean? Like now you know what's in there, and you got to be careful. Because if you bite hard enough, you might pop one of them hoes. And they got what, silicone, and then they got it's silica.
One of them's more lifelike, I guess.
Yeah, well, there's one that's not good. No, is it called? We'll think about it later. I think it's called fucking. I don't know, dude, but they're nice. And
but they're nice, you know.
But I didn't really care though either, right? So it was really like every time I've ever saved up 20 to 25 grand, it always goes to something immediately, right? And it pisses me off. And like I saved up like 30 grand and I bought this house, right? So I saved up like 20 grand and I bought titties. So I don't know what
What'd you do with the other 9? If they were only 11.
I took my kids to the Texas Typhoon Water Park.
That's dude wipes.
And I bought some dude wipes.
That's a much better answer to you. Like, yeah, well, the rest of the titty money,
No,
I
and honestly,
I took the kids to the water park.
Well, it wasn't like I had 20 grand just because I was just saving it. So it wasn't going towards anything specific. It was just a lump sum of money gone out of that 20 grand, you know? Because I
wish I could have that same sentence one day.
What?
I just was a lump sum gone out of my 20 grand.
Yeah. Well,
Miguel knows the struggling comedian and us are going 20 grand. That's awesome.
Yeah, dude. Well, I like 20 grand. I think everybody does, but I like to save money, but now I focus a lot on this. Like,
yeah,
I'm willing
you're putting money into it. You can tell.
I'm willing to spend the money to do this, and it's all in season 2. This is all going to be completely different. Everything is going to be very unique. You know, I'll be able to hide the cords. I'll be able to have more cameras. He'll have a better platform, more screens. I mean, it's going to be really good. But my goal is to not do this in my house anymore either.
Yeah, I feel the same way you do about that. I want to get a little property that I could put 4 or 5 podcast studios. This is the first I've ever said this out loud, but I would love to have a little place where you could put 4 or 5 podcast studios in, and just have an area where you could come, sort of like a content house.
Well,
just come in there and make content, have a green screen. You could and have guys that you know. You could charge other people to use it, but like your people,
yeah,
you'd be like, hey, especially if it's something like I'm not saying we're gonna do this, but like if we partner together, we're like, hey, we got a place. You're have whatever. But I'm just saying, like when you network with these people that are good people that are on the same wavelengths as you, I think that's a good thing. And that's the reason I messed with Comedy 409 from the jump, because I had this open mic and I was like, well, ain't nobody coming unless I invite the comedians. Yeah. But I wanted it for comedy because there was nothing in the area. It hadn't been for a long time. I think
it's coming back to life around here.
Yeah, it's coming really back to life. And it's, guys like Miguel and Jared, and even like the Nikhil Pillies and Devin Callahan, and I'm not gonna keep naming names.
Who was that cat that came over here that night? The little white dude. Jared, but I like him.
Little white dude? There's nothing little about him.
Well, he's a little heavy set, but
no, I wasn't gonna say that.
He's got some thickness to him, dude. I mean,
he definitely has. He has no neck.
I think
he's built like a Lego character.
He might eat a little bit of McDonald's every now and then. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's one of Miguel's jokes that I stole, because he's got me with some stealing of my crowd work, so I'm going to steal now on the podcast. Yeah. Miguel is notorious for saying the same joke the day after I said it for crowd work every once in a while. I'm just saying.
It's okay, dude.
He'll say something like, I just said that about him yesterday. But we all do it. Yeah. Especially like he said one guy looked like Buzz Lightyear. Now we all call him Buzz Lightyear. Like that's how comedians are. If one guy says it, that's what you are for the rest of your life. Mm-hmm. And
it's funny you say Buzz Lightyear, dude. With my hard hat on at work, everybody calls me Woody.
I see that. I definitely see that. Either that or the kid next door that was trying to burn Woody and Buzz Lightyear to the stake.
No, dude. That's Matt.
What's the kid's name? Sid, yeah.
Yeah, that's Matt. No, dude, they call me Woody. Well, man, I'm cool with it, dude. I mean, as long as...
Hey, if they give you a nickname, that means they like you.
Yeah. Well,
instead of hey punk ass puto ass, hey, one of them.
yeah.
So you're good.
What's crazy is I deal with so many people on a daily basis, though. Like
Are you like a manager over there or
the
something?
area superintendent.
Oh, excuse me.
So-
Wait a minute. He corrected me quick on that. Like, area superintendent with dude wipes. Thank you very much. And 2-story house I grew up with.
I have 7 major jobs going on right now. There's some at Total, BASF.
That's what's up.
We start Enterprise tomorrow. I got some shit at Gold Coast Structural Steel. Just put a big
talk. I need a real job.
Well, my thing is I get estimates. So I go out there and I see and I take the square footage and I do all the math and I come back and I let them know how much paint I'll need. I let them know how much manpower, how many hours it's going to take. I usually fluff that up a little bit because we have shitty weather. So I like to at least be able to give guys 2 hours show up time if they're having a shitty week. And then I send that to a guy or several guys, and they send it back to me with a price. And it's simple. I say, yes, proceed. No, let me adjust this, and then I'll let you know what I come up with. So yeah, I mean, but it's fun, and I meet all these different people all the time, and it's really like you have to have the gift of gab to be in a situation like that. I mean, I was blessed.
sure.
I was blessed to be able to have a good conversation with people. I'm not as trusting as I once was.
Life will do that.
Yeah,
I'm the same way.
I just had some crazy shit happen the other day, dude. I left work. I worked like 4 hours or whatever, and then my buddy, and I can name drop him because he knows, Shane. He's in court.
Social Security is 277-2400. It's like,
birthday.
I can name drop real quick. His address is.
Latest prescriptions, all of it. So anyways,
I got a bad heart on him. We got him on blood thinners. We're gonna get you better.
Well, I went to his. He was going to court, right? And he has 2 charges that are back to back.
You have a lot of stories of friends going to court, man.
I took a different route.
Well, I'm glad you did.
Yeah, well, the route was not good at first. It was kind of in the same scenario, but
it happens to all of us.
I learned from it.
Yeah,
and I didn't look back. But so I went to his court date, right? Dude, I seen the paper. He was going to prison. Like, I looked at it and I was like, oh yeah, dude, you're fucked. I don't know if I'll be able to. But I walk in, I have my FRCs on with my company logo on it, and suited and booted, babe, fucking out there just doing the best that I can for my people. Because whenever I have a friend, and I think JoJo and Miguel can both testify to this, that like I'll literally do anything for you. You know what I mean? And like it doesn't hurt me. I could be on my last dime, dude. If there's something that I can do for you, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
And that's why I take friendships so serious, because it's not really there no more. So if you find a good friend and it's new, that's great. But am I out here fucking on Craigslist looking for a new best friend? I'm definitely not. I like relationships.
I am. I'm taking applications, but you have to have a lot of money, and your love language has to be gifts of affirmation. I need gifts, so you give me gifts, and then we'll go on vacations.
Well, I see you like
together.
hats, so I'll get you a hat ordered.
Yeah, that'll work.
Hat ordered. But anyways, I go in this court.
Got this fresh new hat just recently.
I looked at I went up to his lawyer and I was like, hey, I'm his boss, I'm here, I want to help him fucking stay free, right? And he's like, man, this is unusual. I'm like, well, okay, well, just call me up to the stand as a witness.
Yeah.
So anyways, the prosecutor, he's TDC 2 years, yada yada yada. He's this motherfucker's set in stone, bro. He knows what he wants. This is what's happening. The judge is almost agreeing with him. So they call my name up there, I walk up there and I'm like, I wanted to hit them with the facts because I know the justice system and I know that they suck, but they need to honor what they think, right? If they fucking say this is this, that's what it is. So I walked up there, swore under oath I'd tell the truth, which I did, always do. She said, she asked me who I was, my title, my job, yada yada, how he was to me. He's been one of my best friends for 2 decades, so like, and he works for me too. So it's like, I'm able to keep my eye on him because he is a recovering addict. Like, and he openly admits it, and he's like 6 months sober. I told him to go to rehab or I was never going to talk to him again. It was pretty much like that. Because at some point you just have enough. And I went in and she, the first thing I said, you guys believe in facts, right? Not, opinions or anything like that. They're like, yeah, the court honors facts. What we believe is what we believe. I'm like, okay, cool. Well, in that case, you guys say addiction is a disease. Do you still believe that? Or is there a new book that's been read that says addiction's not a disease? Nope, addiction is a disease. Cool. What do you do with somebody with a disease? You rehabilitate them. Okay. Cool. He did that. Went to rehab, got out, goes to work, has a support system, somehow goes to these fucking meetings every day after work until 9, 10 o'clock, makes it to work the next day. Honor your fucking facts.
Yeah.
He's got a support system. When I went down, I didn't have a support system at all.
Yeah, for sure.
I needed to be rehabilitated. I needed to go in, and I needed help because I wasn't getting it from the outside world.
Yeah.
So somebody had to come in and help me. And I'm grateful that part of my life did what it did, because it's like where he was going to go, it's called ISF. They take your fucking brain, they put it on a platter, and they just pick at it, and they figure out what's wrong with you and why you do the things you do, why your cognitive thinking is here and it should be here, you know. And it came back that I had a hard time dealing with grief because, like we already talked about, I've lost a lot of people. So ultimately what I would do was, if I hear somebody pass away, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna drink, you know. And that's dangerous because it's a depressant, right? So I'm saying this all in court, and the judge looks at me and she says, this is just so unusual. You know, first of all, you already have experience. I said, what they're going to do to this guy the moment he gets there is they're going to shave his fucking head, demoralize him. They're going to put him in a tank with 51 other people who don't want this program. They took this program so they could get back on probation when they get out.
Yeah.
He doesn't need this program. He's going to go in there and be a better criminal. That's what's going to happen. He's going to meet new other addicts because that's what the facility is. It's TDC mandated, just like prison, except for it's for alcoholics and addicts, like drug addicts.
Yeah, I know.
So what are you gonna do if you put 51 other fucking men that are addicts around you? You're gonna become their friend because y'all have great stories about doing meth together. You know,
yeah, for sure.
So it's like, I said, does he need to be held accountable for his actions? Absolutely. People that have surgery and they get addicted to painkillers and shit like that because they were on them for so long, I can be on the fence about that being something that was created into a disease. On the fence. There's a fucking gray area there still because you have a choice at the end of the day. But smoking meth is a fucking choice.
Yeah.
There's no disease about it. You go to the dude wherever you go, you pick up the meth and you fucking smoke it. There's no disease in that. And I know that. And I said this in court. And I said the only thing, and Shane saved his ass. He said that if they give him the chance of ISF, to not go to ISF and continue on the path that he's on working for me, that when he comes back, if it ever happened, if he had to go back, he would go straight to prison. There would be no ISF. So I literally watched this prosecutor white out his sentence. And I'm like, oh my God, dude.
You changed that man's life, though.
I fucking hit a home run, bro. And I felt so great about it. But I did also mention, because 99.5% of convicts are going to say they found God, right? That's how they get out. That's how they think they're going to get out of prison, right? Cool. Find God. Get yourself baptized. Believe in Jesus. Do all that, because it's going to work out for you. It may not work out right now because it's all in his timing. But don't use that as a weapon to get out of prison.
Yeah, for sure.
Because they hear this every single day, right?
Yeah.
And I'm sitting over here and Shane's on the stand and I'm over here like, because nobody can see me except I'm like, stop, dude. Fucking stop clinging to that. Tell them what you're really dependent on.
Yeah, be honest.
You know, you're really dependent on working. That's what he's dependent on, and being having his support system. And his mom works for DISA, which is a drug testing place. I mean, what else do you need, bro? I mean, he's got his wife, he's got his kids. I mean, he had me. He has a support system, and that's something that. And right hand of God, dude, she looked me dead in my face, Judge Arkeen, and she was sweet as can be. Told me that I changed her perspective on people going to ISF.
Nice.
If you have a support system, I'm gonna start looking at that.
Yeah, I feel that.
And dude, I'm happy because maybe I just helped somebody else.
Well, you never know, kind of. I always take the approach. My father was good at teaching me this till this day. You never know who you might impact in life. I've had people come up to me. This just happened a few months ago, and were like, "You're Supa, huh?" I said, "Yeah." It was a younger guy, and he was like, "Man, I remember you at the YMC lock-in in like early 2000 or something, like
lock-in, dude.
Yeah,
those were dope, man.
Yeah, so they did a lock-in at the Y, and I was the entertainment, and I brought a full rock band in with me, and I had them play all my music, and like we got down that night with all these kids.
And played ball.
Yeah, and for sure. We
Yeah.
played ball. We did a whole tournament.
I wish the Y was still a thing, bro. I wish people would
It still is, but it's just, it ain't what it used to be.
Nah, dude, we used to have fun at the Y.
You know, and so I got, he was just like, man, you came in there and like, we still talk about that night. You know, how much fun we had, and we remember that. And like, you just never know who you impact with the smallest things.
Yeah.
My dad would always carry, they don't have them anymore, but McDonald's would have these gift coupons.
Yeah.
That's what they were, instead of gift cards back in the day. And it would say like free Big Mac combo or whatever. And he'd give them to homeless.
That's what's up.
Just instead of cash, so they can't put it on drugs or alcohol if they were.
Yeah.
Not that all homeless are doing that, but the ones that are, so at least they'd have to like work to trade this in for drugs, type thing. But
barter.
I just feel like you have such an impact on people that you don't know. When we talk about politics that don't care about us, you have to be the politician that cares about people around here.
For sure.
Because you have a voice. Once you have a voice, you just have to use it in the right way, man. And I've seen a lot of people not. And my goal now is to just, especially with comedy, man, let's laugh. We're not laughing enough. I said this on another podcast. Shout out Vibe and Winbury.
I've seen that one.
We just don't laugh enough.
We don't.
We don't laugh enough, man. There's too much going on in life. And like I said, I'm not saying I don't have a bad day, but I try not to let that moment in that day just ruin my day forever.
Yeah.
Or ruin my week or whatever. Because, man, there's so many people watching you that you don't expect.
Yeah.
And it could be somebody you don't even know. Especially now that you're doing a platform like this, you're going to have all eyes on you a little bit. And there's a great responsibility to that. Not to nerd out, but, with great power comes great responsibility, the old Spider-Man quote. But it's true, though. Like, I've been given a gift. I know what God did for me. I know that God gave me two gifts in life, to entertain and be able to talk and to play ball. I messed up the playing ball part.
Did you get injured or something?
Nah, I just was a knucklehead.
Oh, okay.
I just smoked a lot and partied and had a good
So
time.
did Johnny Manziel. Like,
I
what
played.
the fuck, dude?
Yeah, well, look at him. He ain't playing ball no more either. But he's also a multi-gazillionaire, so that's different. I would have taken that. I could have at least messed up then. No.
Do you still go shoot hoops sometimes?
Oh, yeah. I still got that thing on me.
I want to shoot hoops with some people, dude.
I still got that thing on me. Let me talk about it. I'm just saying, like.
That's cool, dude. Let me talk.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love basketball. Basketball is the only time in life besides comedy that when you're on stage, when you're on the court, nothing else matters.
Nothing. Just
I can come off the court and the Bills are still going to be there, but for that 30 minutes I'll get to play ball or 4 hours, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Nothing else matters.
Where do you usually go play at now?
Just wherever.
Just wherever.
Yeah, indoor. A lot of indoor. I don't do the cement no more. It's bad on my legs.
Yeah. I want to start playing ball more, man. I just bought my son a basketball yesterday, and I got him a trampoline that has a basketball net or a basketball thing on it, so I'm trying to teach him those things. My daughter's in ballet and acro, and she's doing very well in that. She's just started learning how to do
Ooh, you got the expensive stuff. That ballet will get you.
Yeah, it was twice a week, too.
If she going to dance the rest of her career for high school, get ready to come out with that money.
Yeah, dude. Well, she's set up, bro. My kids are so
sponsors. We need sponsors for this podcast. He's got a daughter going to be in dance, so he's going to need all the sponsors we can. So, Elon, I know you just out there with Joe, but my man just said, look, if you'll one time for him, I'm just saying, whatever you can do,
you can afford it
for the podcast. That's all. Maybe just keep the hand signals out, and maybe
yeah.
Maybe he should learn gang signs.
Yeah, dude, I'm from the north end.
Would it be different if he
just throw up a seed
before he got off?
No, don't do nothing. We'll just have him as him.
If he just Elon Musk was just like just walked off, you'd be like, wait a minute.
Yeah, dude. No, you're right though, dude, and those things are very.
You
true,
impact
dude.
people. You don't even know it.
Yeah.
So you change not only that person's life, but who knows where that pebble in the water kept going.
Well, it's crazy you say that because there's a lot of people that I take care of, and I make sure they're working, and I'm always hiring them in, and I'm paying them well with the companies that I work with. I bring them everywhere, and that's my way of giving back. And Matt, my little buddy Matt, dude, he's like my little brother, dude. He's like not the smartest person in the world, but he'll work really hard.
Damn, he's little and he's not the smartest person in the world.
I
You said some foul stuff.
I tell him
about your
every
buddy
day,
Matt.
dude. I'm like, dude, you are the dumbest person I know, but you work your ass off. And I tell him every day.
Good job, Matt.
Yeah, just keep working hard.
You can be stupid, but work hard.
Yeah,
and we appreciate that, Matt.
Well, he makes careless decisions, and it hurts me and it affects me. And my wife sees it more than anything, dude. I've been in tears over over people that I care about not
Get
doing,
your head out of your ass, Matt. That's what he's trying to tell you.
doing the right thing. Oh, he got it. He got it out of me the other night. I mean, I went smooth off on him, but just like him, he called me, and I guess Shane and him had talked, and like he was like, are you busy?" I'm like, "No." He's like, "Dude, I just want you to know, none of us would know what to do without you."
Oh,
And I was like, "Fuck, bro."
oh, it's so nice.
And when he says none of us, I know he's talking about 10,
Yeah, no
10 to
doubt.
10 to 15 people. You
Yeah,
know,
that's what's
like
up.
when the boss pulls up, usually
That's your village
like, yeah, oh yeah, I got an army behind me. But like, there's like 10 or 15 people that are day to day.
that depend on you.
Well, we
so to
text
speak.
you
Yeah.
good morning every morning,
That's what's up.
6 o'clock every morning, all of them. You know what I mean?
That's really cool because I don't have people like that.
You know,
I text one person good morning.
well, you should figure out who's important, right?
Well, the
You know?
problem is I've had so many people come and go out of my life.
Yeah,
That there's people, I don't know. I am a very trusting person, and I'm also a very I'm a giver when it comes to just like, hey, if we got an event or if we have something that needs help, or like, I do a toy drive every year and stuff like that. And I noticed I sometimes give too much of myself when someone else ain't giving the same respect
Yeah.
back. So I have to be mindful of that because people will take your energy if you let them.
oh yeah, dude.
There's a lot of takers out
Well,
there,
that's one
and
thing
there's a lot
you-
of people that don't.
well, you
So
can't
I don't want
expect-
to knock everybody, but
You can't expect everybody to be you.
facts
You
for
know
sure.
what I mean? So
So I just keep being me.
yeah, and hopefully that trickles down and affects somebody to want to be inspired by you to do the same thing.
Yeah. Plus,
You
I
know?
got kids that are grown. Like I'm an example, especially my sons. Like they need to see me treat their mother the same way I treated her 20 years ago.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, because
You know what I mean?
You're teaching them how to treat a
Just
woman.
because we're not together does not mean all of a sudden I hate that person.
Yeah,
I think it's crazy about co-parenting when you see, and it doesn't work for everybody. It's not easy, but when you see that riff and you're like, well, this is a big part of your life for so many years. No matter what happened, if there was craziness involved or whatever, I'm not saying you have to forgive and forget, but sometimes you have to just forgive and move on for yourself.
yeah,
And so, I know through the divorce and just different stuff I was going through in the last 5-6 years and just life in general, I just kind of, especially when mom passed, I just kind of looked at everything in a bubble and was like, all right, what do we need to do better and how can we be a better person for myself and just for the people around me?
yeah,
And my biggest thing is my kids. Like, if they're not seeing the example of what a father and a man and a husband should be, then they're not getting the right example. So I have to, like, I take that into stride with everything I do.
yeah,
Content I post, just everything, I'm very mindful of. My sons and my daughter are going to see this because they're good kids. Like, I've been real blessed that they listened.
yeah,
But we beat that ass when they were young, and everybody should.
yeah, yeah. Mine gets some popping sometimes.
You got to pop that ass.
Yeah, my daughter Malaya, man.
Find you something safe to do.
My daughter Malaya, bro. She's so fucking smart, man. It blows my mind. At 5 years old, she's over here, and it's just like she says shit to me, and I'm just like,
Who are you? Yeah, yeah, I get it.
fuck
I
did
remember
that come
our
from,
kids
bro?
were there.
Like, and she was a COVID baby, dude. I'm sitting in the middle of this hospital, and I see a meme posted, and it said, "I'm not gonna let a Mexican beer kill me," or something like that. And it was a coronavirus. That's what they were calling it.
Oh,
back then.
damn.
And I was like, "What the fuck are these people talking about?" Sure enough, that hospital was shut down, mask everywhere,
Crazy.
and I'm like, "My baby's fixing to be here, dude." Like, what is going on, dude? Like, my work's calling me. We need to lay off 100 people. I'm like, wait, what
Yeah.
happened in 24 hours? Like,
yeah, I remember the basketball stuff.
yeah, everything.
We were
dude.
watching. We were on the way to go see Lamar play in Katy for their conference championship. My sons and I, because we used to go to all the games, and we got about halfway there, and they canceled the tournament. I was
Yeah.
like, wow, and they were good that year too.
Yeah, that's such a shitty fool. Dude, I feel like kids missed out on some really,
Well, they missed out. Half of them missed out on their seat. My daughter missed out on her senior year.
which is trash, bro. It's
She didn't get any of the stuff because they were from home. And like when people say like, "Well, Corona wasn't even real," I'm like, it took my mom. So it was definitely
so
yeah,
Corona.
yeah.
She was
healthy when she went into the hospital. Well, not healthy. She went in the hospital because she was sick. And about 2 days later, they were like, "Hey, she'll be home soon." They were up in Dallas, my dad and I. And my dad was like, "You don't have to come. She's fine. She's gonna be out soon." And 2 days later, she was gone.
No,
you know,
wow.
because of they put her on some breathing thing, and just, we still don't know what happened. And so, like, my dad and I talked about it the other day because it was her anniversary of her death, like 2-3 weeks ago, I think, something like that, babe. Right, 2-3 weeks ago.
And how
And
long has
like
she been gone? She's been gone since
2 years, over a little over 2 years.
Yeah, and that shit don't get no easier.
Nah, because my mom was the best of us.
Yeah,
She really was the best of us.
yeah,
I've never met anybody who loved people more and just would. Now, she was from the north. She's from Pennsylvania, so she came off rude as hell sometimes.
yeah.
Like, we'd be at, like, she'd come down to one of these, like, real nice, we'd be at, like, a nice place down here, like, Southern hospitality type thing. And then,
Don't call me yes, ma'am.
yeah, like, you know, she was just like, she was unrelenting with who she was.
Yeah.
My mom just didn't change for anything. And she was the greatest thief I've ever known. She stole more things from Golden Corral and Waffle House. I mean, we had every sugar packet from here to Maine. You know, like, my mom just, or like, she would line, like, this is, I have a bit about it, but she would take her purse and empty everything out of it, get the biggest purse she could, and then line it with foil, and then put big Ziploc baggies in it, the big freezer quart bags. And then she'd take one of the kids, me or my sister, to the buffet. CC's, Golden Corral. Back then it was the Western Sizzler. I'll age myself. Or Quincy's, home with a big fat yeast roll. Let's go. So she would do that, and she'd take one of us, and then we'd get done eating because we could only afford for the two of us to go. Dad and my sister would stay home, or vice versa. And she was like, all right, at the end, she'd go, all right, now go get me 4 pieces of fried chicken, 2 baked potatoes, at least 3 steaks, and I don't know. I'm gonna walk on that end, and I'm gonna see some other things we could bring, but you get that for me. And I'd go get it, and then she would put all of it in the Ziploc bags in the purse. She'd look around, and she'd do it real secretively, and she would fill this purse up to where, like. One time the lady asked her, she's like, ma'am, is your purse on fire? And no, that's the steam coming from the baked potatoes. That's what that is. Like,
She told him?
No, she didn't say that, but yeah, we would take everything from places. Like, and we'd come home with this thing full, like, she leaning it. It's got so much food in it, and we would eat on that for 3-4 days.
Well,
like,
yeah,
my mom was
dude.
a hustler.
She was a gangster, dog, to be honest. I mean,
We do movie theaters. Like, I'm giving away bits now, but we do movies. She's the reason we have assigned seating now, because we'd go in and buy one and see 7 movies. Like, that's what we do.
Yeah.
So, but my mom was just everything. She still is. I know she's proud of me. I know she loves my dad still. They were married for like 50 years.
Damn,
I
dude.
keep telling, like, he has women hitting on him now because he's only like 70 something. He like me, he looks young. And somebody said something the other day. He's like, I had this lady inbox me from my church, and she was real nice. And I was like, I just don't get it. I got women like really. I said, yeah, Dad, you 6'6". You got the gray in the beard. You zaddy right now. Come on, zaddy, go get it. My
It's probably
dad.
hard. It's probably hard for him though.
Yeah, he don't want to date nobody. Like,
Yeah.
they were childhood sweethearts. They
Because
were,
he's gonna look for her and everybody.
in everything. And so
Yeah.
but yeah, she was good. She was great people. My dad is too. My dad is the Forrest Gump of America.
Gang, baby. That's what's
So,
up.
and I'll tell you like this: he's not slow mentally like Forrest, but he was a part of U.S. history accidentally,
Really.
like Forrest Gump was in the movie.
You
I've
need
got
to-
pictures of him with like Richard Nixon
Bring him on.
and Carter, and like, yeah, I get him next time he comes down from Dallas, so we should have him on.
Let him come through, yeah.
When I say he's got stories, we're working on a screenplay right now about when he sold encyclopedias in Chicago in the 60s, right after the Chicago riots. He was
Oh,
there.
shit.
This little white dude in the middle of Chicago hood, right after the riots. He's going door to door selling encyclopedias.
Yeah, dude.
Like, he was a national touring artist as a gospel singer.
No
Like, tour
shit.
bus and everything. Yeah, my dad's good people, man. He's just been around forever, like, especially at Christian circles.
Yeah.
I had lots of famous pastors and stuff like that. But like, there's crazy pictures like him with like Frank Sinatra and Michael Langdon and all these like old famous people. Like, where'd you
Yeah.
meet him at? We're like, oh well, he brought me on stage to sing with him one time. And like, you're just like, what? That don't even make sense.
Oh shit.
Like, just random stuff. He's holding cue cards. There's a picture of him at like, it's not podcast, but somebody was interviewing Reagan on
Yeah.
some TV show, and you see my dad in the background holding the cue cards for it. I'm like, how did you even become a part of that? He's like, well, I was the executive producer for this show and did it. So yeah, he's a professional writer for a living.
That's cool.
He just did a screenplay about 2 years ago called Access Sally that had Al Pacino in it, and like, yeah, he just accidentally falls into stuff. Like he'll ask me people's names. I'm like, yeah, it's Al Pacino, Dad. Of course, that's a big deal. Like he don't even get it. He's just this old country boy that was born on a farm in the middle of
I bet you humble.
Panhandle in Oklahoma, and he was 6'6", just big old country boy. Went and played college football, and just a Southern gentleman met mom in South Carolina, and they just never looked back. Fool, it's cool.
Yeah,
you wish for a love story like that.
I hope mine ends that way.
Just don't let it. Just have it,
dude. I'm so happy with my wife, man.
Communication, and you gotta be freaks.
Yeah.
If you have those two things, y'all gonna be all right. Because money will come and go. Good times will come and go. Bad times will come and go. But if you communicate, if y'all talk about everything, you gotta be able to communicate and just be freaks.
Yeah.
Everything else will just settle in. If y'all can talk and y'all can not talk, you're good.
Man, it's weird that you say that. So I take these two different types of medication for my thyroid.
Okay.
I take levothyroxine and I take levothyroxine.
Is it
I have
you have Graves'?
I have a high thyroid, but it's a goiter in my thyroid. So it's about the size of my pinky now.
No, I know all about it. I have Graves' disease. I have the hyperthyroid.
Well, typically a normal person would take one to fix their thyroid. Well, I take two, right? Because it's that bad. So and not a lot of people know this. But
do you still have a thyroid?
Yes, sir.
Okay, they took mine out with radiation. I had to take a pill that came in a lead thing, like I was the Incredible Hulk. They brought it in a lead deal. The lady had it in like some like the old the pinchers you hold like toxic stuff. She had that, and it inside it she brings it. It's like a new Jordan.
They didn't have to touch you or anything
like this, and they're like, "Go ahead, get that pill out of there." And so I took the pill and took it, and then had to be on quarantine for 3 days. I couldn't be around anybody. So I went to my ex-mother-in-law's house, and she stayed at our house. And my wife at the time would drop stuff like food and like movies from the red box at the door, and be like, "I just dropped," because you couldn't be around me. I was radioactive, supposedly.
Oh wow, dude.
So yeah, I don't even have a thyroid now, but I do like the pill thing.
Yeah. What do you? So what do you take?
Letha. I better take this or my die pill. I don't know what it's called, but
well, a lot of people don't understand things about thyroid. Is it affects everything.
Everything, yeah.
So it affects your cognitive thinking. It affects your digestive system.
Your memory.
I mean, your energy. I mean, everything about you is determined by your thyroid, and nobody knows that. Everybody just thinks, okay, if somebody's got high thyroids, they're skinny. If it's low, they're obese.
Yep.
Right. So like, I quit, and you're the season finale, right? So I planned on this
season finale. We got fireworks or something afterwards.
We'll do something crazy.
All right, cool. That's what's up.
I was gonna tell a story because this whole podcast thing has become a huge part of my mental health, right? There was and what I'm gonna say is gonna shock you. It's gonna shock Ashley. It's gonna shock JoJo knows, I think. So I went and took my NACE, right? It's a coding inspection license. So it's more money, right? Mm-hmm. It's the guy that comes out instead of painting anymore. I come out and tell you that's not good.
Yeah, I got
that's great. Whatever.
Yeah. It was caring for painters.
It was a fucking lot of money though, too, dude. So what I did was I paid my bills. I paid for Christmas. And I dropped every bit of money I had in my savings on the certificate. Oh, nice. So I was to zero. My bank account said nothing. Yeah. It just told me my loan for my truck. That was it. I wish that number would have went up to the savings, but it didn't. Yeah. It just doesn't work that way. But so when I got down there, and this was a crucial course. I thought I've been painting since 2010. I thought when I was up there, I was so consumed with what they were teaching me because I stayed at the hotel and I would study with these guys from all over the world at the end of the day. And it was like taking a semester of class in college in 6 days. So it was very difficult to do. And when you think you know everything and you come into something and you figure out you don't really know that much, it's really fucking humbling.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, so I have the little pill containers that I keep my thyroid medication in, of course, with like B12, zinc.
Yeah, Monday through Fridays. I got the nighttime and the daytime.
So I got the calcium, the B12. I take modern mushroom, which you can get it at Walmart. It helps with a lot of stuff too, and it's expensive, but it's really good for you. I hardly ever get sick, but
humble brag. 2-story house, had a nanny, a butler, doesn't get sick. What else? Dude wipes.
Well, it has cordyceps in it. It has
This dude's so
it has a
rich. I feel so
shocky.
poor right now.
It has shocky tail in it. It has pretty much all these things that are just really really good for you, right? So I'll show you the bottle, but before you leave, if I can find it,
Does it boost the immune system or anything?
Everything.
So I have to be careful about that because I have lupus.
oh shit,
So
my dad has lupus.
I'm not allowed to have really an immune system because my immune system works overtime now.
So is your lupus?
So I can't take anything that's going to help the immune system because my immune system thinks everything in my body is bad, so
Yeah.
it tries to kill everything. So
Oh, fuck,
I'm an X-Men. My mutant power is healing. So like when you say you don't get sick, I can get sick very easily, or just stop taking my lupus medicine and whatever sickness I had.
Well, lupus eats at your organs.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's a lot of stuff. Like if I don't drink enough water, which I don't ever, and I'm working on that.
Me too, dude. It's
Yeah.
hard,
I'm supposed
bro.
to be on a Mediterranean diet, which I'm really good at.
Yeah.
I'm
You
very
seem
good.
fit.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd let you date my sister or something. You know what I mean? If
I
you-
date a sister, so
well,
I
my
don't need
sister
your
has
sister.
my sister.
I
has-
don't need your sister. I
my-
got a sister.
I don't think you'd want to date my sister. She's got Angelman Down syndrome, but you know she's never had a boyfriend, so
Well, there you go.
you know maybe you could just wipe her butt or whatever. But
Dude wipes.
yeah, dude wipes. That's where they.
It's like a whole promotion just for dude wipes.
Yeah, dude, they need to fucking sponsor me, dude. Fuck it.
Yeah,
but
That's the way to get them.
But I want to tell you this story,
Fuck
man,
it.
because it's intense, and it was the season finale, and I wanted to let people know that what I've been through
Yeah.
in the last because you've touched on it. We've touched on tomorrow's not promised. We've touched
for
on
sure.
our own mortality. We've touched on your mother passing away. So I used to have like really bad depression whenever I was growing up, based off circumstances around me, and I didn't realize that it was caused by my thyroid. This was a long time ago. Like, so I've been taking thyroid medicine for a long time. So I just kept forgetting to take the medicine. So I'm 6 days in, no thyroid medication.
Oh no.
So I get home, right? I just continued that process.
Oh no.
And I quit taking it. Well, dude, I fell into, and this is another reason why I touched on it, because you said communicate with your wife.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't telling her anything. I completely shut down. I wasn't letting anybody know. It's hard to talk about. So anyhow, I just got my restoration for rights to own a pistol again.
Okay.
5 years after your release date period, you can have one. Didn't know that. It's been like way longer than that. I'm good friends with the sheriff, the constables, all of them, and I have it in written.
Put that down. 2-story house. He's friends with all the constables. I mean, the bragging from this man all day long.
Well, dude, it's all about.
I'm messing with you. I
dude,
promise.
you know, it's just.
He about to name drop you like.
No, I'm not saying their names. But they know who they are. They were on the episodes. But
Oh, so we're gonna go Google that.
yeah. But anyway, so I know for a fact I could.
I'm not gonna say their name, but they were on already. Go back and look at episode.
So I fell into this trap, and the only way that I could explain it is like I've never seen the movie Venom. Don't judge me, but like
You didn't miss out on anything.
I felt like that the way that guy like turns into this
The symbiote.
that's what my brain was doing.
Okay.
So I wasn't talking to anybody. There was people that could physically see that I was not well.
Yeah.
Like my dad said he kept seeing me walk to the end of the driveway. I'd look up at the sky for 10 minutes and walk back. I don't remember it. I don't remember a lot about that time.
I get it.
Because your thyroid is fucking important, bro.
Yeah, it's real. Yeah.
Especially if you take two. Two is a major.
Yeah, that means you needed it.
I needed it bad. One helps the other. If I got to take both of them. So, like I said, I'd had my restoration rights out. So I had gotten to a point where, because you know times are hard, bro. I mean, money is not easy to make these days.
Facts.
You know, and I'm blessed with what I do have, but it got scary. You know, so what I did was I went and pulled out a life insurance policy that didn't affect if something happened through mental illness, which it was a lump sum. It was a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
So I had convinced myself that my kids and my wife would be much better off without me.
That's tough.
And that was really scary because there was no talking me out of it at this point. It was just when I was going to do it.
Yeah. Are you back on the
Oh,
thyroid
dude,
stuff?
fucking
Okay,
that
good.
day, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
that day. That's what's
so, I did some very unusual things that day, though. I got off work, got some great news from my boss. Cool, whatever. That's how I felt about it, which is some news I've been waiting to hear, but I was
But
pretty
you're
much
just
like,
not. Yeah.
all right, dude, you know, cool or whatever. So I leave there, I sit at Bailey's, and I drink a 6-pack of Miller Lite, which is weird because I don't even drink Miller Lite, but whatever. And then I just start going bar hopping, and I'm sitting and I'm by myself. I should be fucking home, by the way. Like I never go anywhere else. I just come straight home from work. So I go to the tavern. I go to Brick and Barley's. Well, I'm on my way home, and this dude, like, and in my mind, I have all this pressure, right? That's like, and then I can't think. Like nothing's registering. All my thought processes were gone. There was no justifying. There was no convincing me anything else. You couldn't talk to me. You don't ask me how I feel because I'm not gonna tell you.
Yeah.
I mean, it had just gotten that fucking bad.
Yeah, yeah.
So I had already wrote like 6 letters to some of the most important people in my life. I walked in my garage. I set the fucking insurance policy down. I laid the 6 letters out. I just bought this pistol, which I don't have nowhere, by the way. I got rid of it because it was, I don't want to look at it.
No, I get it.
So I've never used a gun though. Don't judge me. Never used one in my life. Never needed one. Just wasn't a gun guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I loaded this thing with 13 bullets in this clip. I didn't even hesitate. I sat down, put the letters down. I put the fucking gun in my mouth and I pulled the trigger, and it clicked because I didn't pull the chamber back. I didn't know you had to pull a chamber back to put a bullet in the chamber. Thank God, But it was so weird how that all happened. This is why I said there's things in my life that
wasn't an accident.
this was God.
Yeah, for sure.
This was God. God knew I had a purpose. He knew I was hurting. He knew that I had done convinced myself that it's over. Like my kids are going to get $1.5 million. They'll get by for a while. So I did that. And what's weird about it is like after I did it and I heard the click, I thought it was gone. I thought I was gone because of how good I felt after it.
Yeah.
I was like, it's like I could breathe again.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I'm still here, right? So I obviously hide the pistol, gather the notes back up, fucking rip them up. I go sit in the shower. We have like a little seat in our shower or whatever, but I sat there. It was 1 a.m. My wife come in there at 6:30 in the morning, and I was blank, just like
With the water running?
water running. Wow, for that long, just sitting, and the water had gotten cold by this point. So
Obviously.
so I'm sitting there on this, just like in a blank space, and I think I puked 3 or 4 times just because I couldn't believe what just happened, right?
Yeah.
So, my wife came in. She says, and at that point, I knew I needed to tell her, like,
yeah,
hey,
for sure.
like you need to know what just happened, and I need you to know that I'm gonna get help.
Yeah,
Like I have to. There's a lot of people that love me, and I realized that afterwards, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And up till now, only like 4 or 5 people really know what happened that night.
Gotcha.
So because one thing my therapist told me was with this situation is that I needed to have a support system.
For sure.
So I have that support system, and there's more to that support system that they don't even really know.
Yeah, yeah.
But they are. They're my happiness sometimes depends on other people's happiness, unfortunately. But like, it was scary, bro. And I freaking I started taking my medicine. I started taking my medicine again, and I broke down to my wife, and I told her, absolutely everything. And that's what happens. There's not really much more to it, but that just.
So let me get dad mode for a minute. You have a purpose, obviously. I mean, this wasn't an accident.
No.
The fact that you don't have any gun knowledge at all apparently is not the issue. God will never take you around a storm.
Yeah.
If you look in the Bible or just life in general, he's never taking you around problems. He takes you through them.
Straight through them.
And the reason he takes you through them is because if he took you around all your problems, you'd never trust in him. Sometimes if he's all you have, that's all you need. It's not sometimes. He's always all what you need.
Yeah.
And my hope for you is that you see the value of your life.
Yeah.
Because I think nowadays, especially, people don't see the value of their lives anymore because they compare their lives to everybody else they see around them.
That's a very bad trait to have. I'm fortunate to not have that trait.
Yeah, and it's good.
Yeah.
But just know, man, that you're here for a big purpose, man.
Yeah.
And whether it's 2 people that are listening to what you have to say, or it's 2 million people that listen to what you have to say. Like we said earlier in this podcast, you don't know who you affect. And your story alone of what you went through that you're able to actually share here online in the season finale, which you have to say Supa season finale. I like how that sounds now. It just rolls off the tongue now. I'm always in merchandise mode, sorry, as I'm trying to be actually.
Just let me keep the
Yeah, sure. All right, it's yours. You can keep the pop. I'm getting more made. You can order them now. But yeah, God has a purpose for you, man, and I just want to encourage you as somebody that goes through mental stuff and has a thyroid issue and all that, man. Like, bro, I could tell you some stories over the last 5 years, especially when I went through a divorce and my kids not being there and all these other things. Like, now, I never put a gun in my mouth, but there were days I'd be like, what happens if I don't come back?
Yeah.
Like, I still wanted to live, but I would go, as Jesse Ventura would say, down to the Baja.
Yeah.
You know, I would just leave. I would have just left and gone somewhere where nobody knew who I was. Let's just,
Yeah.
you know. But man, God got you, man. Like, if you made it through that, you should feel it did. And now let me ask you this, because I've never been through something like to that extreme. The next day, did things look and smell and taste different?
Everything was different.
Yeah, everything
I
was
took
different.
my medicine.
Yeah. Well, and you were also probably like thankful that,
I
hey,
was still here.
yeah.
Because my kids, for some reason, I feel like they have like this intuition when things are wrong. Just showered me with love that day.
And that money's cool,
yeah.
but they're not gonna be all right if you take it.
I know, and I know that now.
Yeah.
Right, but my, like I told you, my brain had.
No, I
yeah.
totally get it.
You know,
I'm like I said, I get completely what you went through.
It was
but-
scary, dude.
Yeah, it's
because this was a 3-week plan.
yeah, no
So
doubt.
can you
Like I
imagine,
said, you
like 3
did.
weeks of thinking about how you're gonna do it?
Yeah.
I remember sitting there that night at the Rainbow Bridge, looking at the bridge, like, "Nah, I'm too big of a pussy to jump off that. You know, there'll be another way." So, and you know, so yeah, that's what it was. What scared me the most is how nonchalant I did it when I got here. There
Yeah,
was
facts.
no like, "Oh, okay, here's the letter," and it was like a normal day at work or something.
You
Here's
just
the
knew,
here's the paperwork. All right, see you later. Pow. I didn't think about it.
bro. The fact that it clicked.
The click is what I thought it was, the boom, you know, and I wanted to share this, and I was going to share this on episode 10 and season finale, because season 2 is going to start talking more about
Mental health is
Right.
Well, you just like I said, you have a platform here now, and it's so nice too that people, you know, technology gives us a way to have platforms to just talk. I mean, there's some days I get on stage even at comedy shows, and Ashley will tell you this, Miguel will tell you this. Like at the very end, I just give words of wisdom every once in a while and just say, "Hey, man,
Yeah, you should.
we're all in this together. Let's have fun. Let's have a good time." You know, like I said, we just live one time.
Yeah.
Man, enjoy the heck of it. Take them kids on vacation, see the world, and experience things that you didn't get to experience as a kid.
Yeah.
That's my goal now, is to experience what life has to offer.
Yeah.
And there's a part of me that knows the only way I can really do that is if I can be him all the time.
Yeah.
I'm David, but if I can stay Supa. Supa
Yeah.
got a little money coming in one day, I feel. And I don't do it for the money, but yeah, if you're gonna pay me to do it, I'm here for it.
Yeah.
So yeah, book me now, please.
Yeah, just make it happen.
Somebody go book me for all your comedy needs. Thank you very much.
So do you have any upcoming events coming up or anything like that we can tell the audience? Or
I have a lot of like hosting events that aren't something they can like be at, like weddings and stuff. Like Mural Fest is coming up in Beaumont. That's one that like all families can come to. We've got some comedy shows coming up in March. The open mics are always popping. We have an open mic at Pour09 on Tuesdays. We have a Thursday night Texas Rose Saloon, hosted by everybody in town. And it's really good. Texas Rose is actually the place where most comedians work out.
yeah.
Yeah, it's hosted by Jared and Chad and Miguel and all the guys from Comedy 409. It used to be hosted by somebody else, but he's no longer with them, and I won't drop names. But he knows who he is, and nobody likes him. But that's the only shade I'll throw at anybody all day.
Yeah.
Joke stealing ass dude.
He's like fucking what's that dude? Steve Harvey.
He just not, you know, whatever. I won't talk anymore about him. He doesn't. That's why we don't mention his name. But I hope he hears this. Yeah, I'm being messy right now. That's why they're like that, because shots fired.
It's okay.
He stole jokes. Fuck him. Sorry. Yeah, life is too short. That's the motto of this. That's what we call the episode. Life's too short. The Supa season finale.
Yeah.
just love it, man. Love everything you do. Like even the hard that you don't love to do. Find a way to love part of
Well,
it.
right
man.
now, dude, I'm happier than I've ever
You
been.
should be, man. You're breathing. You got kids down there. You got a wife that you bought $11,000 worth of titties.
Titties,
How can
man.
you be upset?
Yeah,
You
dude.
got $11,000 worth of titties walking around
guess
downstairs. That should be.
I guess the main thing is just like if you are dependent on medications that you
Take
have
'em.
to take
Yeah.
them, because I promise you that moment will resonate with me for the
Forever.
rest of my life.
And you'll be able to teach people from your experiences.
Yeah.
Sometimes God lets you go through things, I think, for the experience.
Yeah.
So that down the road, you meet another Michael who's going through the same thing, or a
Yeah.
John, or a David, or a Jonathan, or a whatever. And you meet someone that's going to need to hear your story, or deep diving on your podcast and they came across it or something like that. Like, man, life is this beautiful thing we get to experience every day.
Yeah.
And I feel sorry at times for people that aren't loved, because there's so many people out there that don't have any love at the house.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here with
An abundance of
an
it.
abundance of it, man. My cup runneth over, man. It
Yeah.
really does. That's why I try to share joy everywhere I go. Man, life's just good, man. I always have a smile. I'm in a good place in life. I got enough money to pay the bills. It's not an overabundance yet, but it will be.
Yeah.
I've got a beautiful woman in my life. I have my kids are doing well. You know, I'm successful. The comedy stuff is really starting to take off this year. And, you know, I'm sitting on a podcast with you on a Sunday afternoon, chilling. Life's good, man.
Yes,
My
it's
stomach is full. My hair looks
By the
good.
way,
I still got a
making-
hairline. You know, hey, your boy doing good things with his life, man. I feel good. I just feel good
You should.
because I feel like I've made it through the drama in my life.
Yeah.
The next 40 years of my life is gonna be, man, I'm telling
The
you.
fruits of your labor.
Yeah, straight up. Like I'm gonna be the guy with the little tennis balls on my little walker, chasing my girl around, still talking about, come on, girl, I got that black chew in me. It's black chew by then, because I upgraded from the blue chew to the black chew. It's VIP. They don't just sell that to nobody.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I'm just gonna be that guy. We're still gonna be going to water parks. I'm still gonna be going down the slides and riding roller coasters, as long as the hips still don't give out. Like I'm just life. Let's enjoy it. Let's enjoy it and come out. You follow. You know, I don't know if this start to the end, but like follow all my social medias. That's why I'm asking y'all.
Yeah, we'll put them on
Supa
there.
the MC stuff. If I'm doing something, come support it. If other comedians are doing something and I post about it, support them. The people like yourself that are doing good podcasts. Life is really good right now for people, even if we don't realize it. Yes, the eggs cost $1 trillion. And yes, the gas is at all-time high. And, you know, according to social media, everybody hates each other and all this other stuff. But, like, life's good.
Yeah.
You're okay. You're okay. Too many people are not telling us that we're okay, and you're okay.
Yeah.
You're going to be okay.
Oh, absolutely.
You're going to be better than okay, because you've gone something that's life-changing. And
Yeah,
so,
it was. It took me a few days to get over it.
oh, I'm sure.
You know?
It'll take you longer than that. You probably still ain't over. You'll figure out places in your life where you'll be like, that's how I was thinking that same day. And so that's good that you can see these different things.
Yeah.
And then you'll know to help. Maybe your children one day are going to go through. You might have only gone through that because your son's going to have a problem one day and need you.
Yep.
You just never know, man. So, like,
It's
life
just-
doesn't happen by accident.
And just to talk about the kid, that's what scared me the most. Is like I just completely, you know, it's like how the fuck was I not thinking about that?
Yeah.
But
You were
when
selfish at the
But
time.
when you lose the consciousness in your brain of what matters.
Yeah.
I mean,
Nothing else matters.
Yeah, I read 4 books on suicide because my cousin hung himself. God, that was brutal. I don't know if that's allowed to be on there, but that's on there now.
Yeah.
He hung himself, and so after that, I really wanted to understand. I wanted
Yeah,
to-
for sure.
You know, like why people do these things, and what's going on in their brain to make them want to do these things, and they all say pretty much the same thing, and I can attest to it now because I was there. I remember looking at myself in the mirror right before I did it, and my eyes were black. You couldn't see the white.
Wow.
So in the books they'll tell you, doctors will tell you, your soul is gone before you actually do it. If you've committed to doing it and you're about to do it, your pupils are gone. Your eyes are black. Your soul has left your body. You are fixing to transcend to what we believe hell, because it was self-decision. It's the ultimate sin. So Yeah, man, I've been through it, and I wanted to say it on the season finale because I haven't, right? I haven't told very many people.
Yeah.
Because everybody on the surface sees me, they're like, they wouldn't even have expected it,
Yeah, no doubt.
you know? But since they don't expect it, I
You need
want
to tell
them to know that they do need to expect that out of people. People will do it, and people are
Well,
hurting.
yeah, because the mental health these days of people is so shot, but it's part and partial because too many people are trying to be your next door neighbor
Well, and you got to
or
hide it
whatever.
too.
Everybody's trying to just be, I got to be this person. I don't have a boat. I don't have a this. I don't have a that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what do you have? Like too many
Yeah.
people get caught up in that. Well, I got to have this, this, and this to be famous or popular or whatever. Like, well,
And I
maybe
don't even do, and that's one
can
thing
you
that-
just be
yeah.
average Joe? Can I
don't-
just be super and just enjoy it? Like
I
I
talked
don't.
to my therapist about this.
Yeah.
Like, this is the hobby I have that makes me happy. So I figured out, I made a list of things that didn't make me happy, and I made a list of things that made me happy because I took this shit serious, bro. I almost took my life.
Well, yeah, I would
So-
hope you would take it
So-
seriously
so-
afterwards for
so-
sure.
And it included people.
Yeah,
was
no doubt.
There was people in this list that I needed to go away from. So
Oh,
like,
that's
and this was one of the main things that really I could tell made me happy. And like just sitting here with you today, which I'm honored to have you on. It's
thanks, man. I
it made me
appreciate
it made me happy. And
Well, a
I-
key
then-
thing you said though in there is I had to look at people and maybe change my circle. A little
yeah, you had to.
bit. Because you will learn the older you get that this person, you will find people that are only in it for themselves and they will only help you when it helps them.
And you couldn't imagine how many there was.
50% of the population is probably that, unfortunately.
was
Even if
bad.
they don't mean to be, and even if they don't mean to be it in a bad way, just always looking out for themselves. And so sometimes the people you circle and surround yourself with, no, not sometimes, but all the time, they can make or break you as a person.
Yeah.
And I've surrounded myself with, I'm starting to surround myself with better people and getting rid of people that are either untrustworthy or whatever may be the case.
And sometimes
you know.
that hurts too because you do love when you love, you love.
Well, especially when you have friends that you thought were this or that, and they just go by the wayside. And that's just life, man. Life is a weird thing, you know. So
it feels
I
good
just
to
keep
get
going
it
back
out
to
there.
it. Enjoy it.
Yeah, and it feels good to get that out finally, and I was able to do it with you. I felt like after I watched some of your stuff, I knew I told Sabrina today. I was like, I'm going to talk about it today. You know, I'm going to talk about it with this guy. You know, because I feel like he might give me some advice, and thankfully you did.
Just
And,
know
you know,
you're valuable.
Know
Know your value. Like you're valuable in life.
Yeah.
Too many people don't see themselves as valuable. You'll have somebody that does a regular job at wherever, A, B, or C, and they're like, I have no value in life.
Yeah.
But that person does. They just may not see it.
Yeah.
And they might not know who their value is. Your value could be the girl at the Starbucks that makes your coffee. And I don't mean you personally, I mean just in general. Your value could be that you smile at that girl that works at Starbucks every day. You get your coffee and you ask her how her day's going. That could be the one thing keeping her alive. I had a lady in high school one time. This girl gave me, I was in high school too, by the way, at the time. So let's get that out there.
Yeah, just to make sure that's
I had this
known.
high school girl one time in one of my shows. No, I was in high school too at the time, and I had done I had a Christian music clothing line. I would take Christian lyrics and I'd put them on clothes from different rappers or whatever. Anyway, and a verse on the back. So I had this whole thing, and I just remember I was always kind of a nerd, but an athlete at the same time. So people didn't know whether to pick on me, beat me up, or cheer for me. I still am that to this day. But like, I just remember this girl wrote me a letter one day, and she goes, "You don't know who I am, but you gave me a free T-shirt yesterday, and you smiled at me." And I was like, "Well, I know who you are now." But like, you smiled at me, and you said something, and you're like, "Smile, girl. It looked better on you." I still say that to this day. Smile looks good on you. You should do it more often. And in her letter, she said I was going to commit suicide that afternoon.
Oh wow.
I was leaving school to go commit suicide.
So you never know.
And I got home and I looked in the mirror and I put your T-shirt on and I said to myself, "Smile more, it looks better on you."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Whoa, that's
weight.
who knows?" Because this lady may have a whole family of children now and grandkids and all that. And the little comment I made birthed a family of generations.
Yeah.
Because if she kills herself that night, she
That's
never
it.
has them children.
That's the line.
I'm not saying it's because of me, but I'm just saying,
You can play a
well,
factor.
to her it was because of me.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of factors involved in it, I'm sure. But like my little act of kindness just meant something to her. So
Yeah.
these acts of kindness you can do, man, please. We need more. Look, the two things we need is we need people to smile more and just be kind to people. That's why I don't worry about who's in office. That's why I don't worry about who's in charge. I don't worry about my job too much. Like I go and I work and I do a good job. But at the end of the day, I'm worried about being kind to people, man.
Yeah.
And just try not to get frustrated with life because life wants to kick our asses
It does.
all day, every day.
That's why you got to dodge the devil. Man.
Yeah, you got to dodge the devil. Yeah, I feel that. Like, life is real hard at times, but life's also super easy at times because I have clothes on and I have an energy drink in my cup and I have bottled water, and there's some dude my same age that was born the same day I was, just different soil underneath his feet, who washes his clothes in the same water he drinks out of, in the same water they use the restroom out of.
That's a good way to put it.
I got bottled water. What am I complaining about? Life's good.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? I got Netflix at the crib.
Yeah, and they're getting better.
They got
too.
nets
Yeah, Netflix.
to catch fish where they pee.
Yeah, Netflix is getting better too. By the way,
I'm just saying, like, we're good, especially if you live like any place that has running water and electricity.
Yeah.
You're doing okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys my age that I look at that, and I say this humbly, that don't have what I've been blessed with. You know.
Yeah, for sure. And you worked hard for it too, though. Don't. It's not just the fact that you have it. You worked to get it.
Yeah.
And you worked your ass off probably to get it.
Oh, dude.
And you've gone through, and not just work, you've gone through a bunch of life stuff to get where you're at today.
Yeah.
And you went through this thing just a month ago, but you're still here. Just remember that not only does God love you, but the people around you love you. And that no matter what you go through, there's always going to be somebody that has it worse.
For sure, man.
And so every once in a while, you got to remind yourself that.
You do.
That, you know what? It sucks today,
Yeah.
but this ain't as bad as somebody else probably has it. Where do I need to suck it up, buttercup, and be okay with life today?
Yeah.
Sometimes you just got to check yourself.
It's not a bad day. I mean, or a bad life. It's just a bad day.
Yeah, that's all. Or it's a bad moment, or it's a bad week, or you had a bad year. I had a couple bad years.
It's fucking.
A couple.
Man.
I had a bad decade, to be honest. My 20 to 30, that's a super y'all don't want to meet.
Yeah.
Because he was different. He was crazy. Like, I was a crazy, wild kid, you know, married with kids and didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
I turned the booty call into a family of 4.
Well.
Just saying. Like, it is what it is.
It happens, man. But,
We was a family of 4 for the next time I turned around. I was like, wait, that wasn't supposed to work like that. Oh,
you can't even fucking pull a pizza out the oven, dude.
hell no. My pullout game was weak back in the day, bro.
Well, dude,
That's why I started firing shots from the parking lot. You can't get them pregnant from behind. Anyway, so what, scratch that from the podcast. We had all this great stuff, and then he wants to talk about
He'll fix what needs to be fixed. Dude, this was
all of it.
This was fucking amazing.
Hey, yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah.
I'm humbled to be on your show. It was an honor to be here. I appreciate you having me, and just the support.
Yeah.
You know, and whatever you need from my camp and my people. I only have one in my camp so far. I have one people. But she's good to me. But yeah, man, y'all ever need anything from our side? I got a podcast going to start here soon called Supa Shots. It'll be like 10-minute little podcast segments.
Okay.
Where we just talk about a certain topic and, you know, something like that. So I'll have you on for sure.
For sure, man.
I appreciate you having me on, man. What you're doing, keep doing it.
I will, man. I appreciate it.
Keep doing it. Keep leaning into the mental stuff and having all these different guests. And y'all support the Let Me Talk to You podcast. I had to make sure I pronounced it right. Let Me Talk About It podcast. That's not what my name is. Y'all support out there, man, because episode 10, the season finale, I appreciate you letting me be on it. And I feel like we got to leave them on a cliffhanger, right? Isn't that how season finales do?
Yeah, dude.
Well, guess what? I've been to a P. Diddy party. That's all I'm saying. No, that wasn't a good cliffhanger?
No, dude.
Guess what? I
did not go to a P. Diddy party.
I did not go to a P. Diddy party, but I do make jokes about it.
Yeah, you should. It's comical.
I just hope y'all would come to Texas Rose on Thursdays for the new open mic night. I would hope y'all would do that.
We can make that happen, man.
That's an inside joke. Just kidding. To
That.
just the comedians that are listening.
Yeah.
Support local comedy if y'all can. We got a lot of good mics. If you follow Comedy 409, that's where all the mics are posted.
I think I'm a top fan. I'm pretty sure I am.
You got a badge?
Yeah, dude.
Do you display the badge?
I share it every time. I ever come
Gay. No, I'm just kidding.
back. I share it every
The
time.
badge, huh?
Yeah, every time I get a top fan.
Letting
I
y'all
share it.
know I got them stars.
Yeah, dude. Well, with Comedy 409 and the Let Me Talk to You podcast, me and Miguel are probably going to have a lot of great conversations. And,
For sure.
And you never know what could happen with that.
Yeah, he's good people too. Miguel's been doing
These
a lot
could
for the
do- these-
comedy around here, and he's our own little Whoopi Goldberg around here.
Well, these mics are mobile, and so is that computer with that camera right there.
That's what's up. Let's go. We're going on the road.
We could post this shit up somewhere while y'all are doing stand up,
I love it.
and we're fucking like Jim Ross and Jerry Lawler over here.
Huh?
He's about to come in with the Wesley Snipes joke. So
Always bet on
But-
black. It's a Wesley Snipes.
black
quote.
don't crack, baby.
Passenger
Damn,
57.
dude. Me and fucking JoJo are gonna look like 80 by the time we're fucking 40, dude. And black don't crack, baby. It don't.
She's 58.
No, you ain't.
No?
See,
No.
well, man, again, it was an honor to have you, dude.
Hey, thanks, man. Appreciate it,
I
man.
hope you liked the episode. And
I do, man. I enjoyed being on here, man. Y'all support the podcast, man. He's good people. He's doing big things. Proud of you, man. You come a long way since the rap years.
Yeah, dude. I'll bust a flow on you still, though. You know. What
Drive a
I'm
beat.
saying? Don't do that.
Uh-huh.
But you could see us possibly doing it.
Drive a beat.
Miguel's heard me freestyle. He was actually surprised. I remember. Because even Jared was surprised.
He's over here going,
Hey,
I didn't know Earthworm Jim could rap. That's
yeah,
crazy.
dude. And fucking Jared was over here like, why don't you do this anymore? I'm like, I don't.
Yeah, I need a comedy. I think y'all need a comedy mixtape.
A comedy mixtape?
Yeah, call it Super White.
Super White? We're not
Yeah.
going to do a comedy
Hey, how would you
mixtape
feel
called
about-
Super White? I'm just telling you now.
Hey, we could leave him with a cliffhanger. How would you feel about on my birthday doing a roast for me?
When's your birthday?
March 16th. You'll never forget it. 3/16. Stone Cold says I just whipped your ass.
Let's see. March 16th. I know, but I'm looking too.
I want to be roasted.
Oh,
But-
God,
but-
that's perfect. I'm not busy. I can just not come. We'll find something to do before March 16th. Baby,
Yeah.
put something on the calendar for March 16th. Like, I
We
need to
have
breathe
to.
or have lunch or
But
something.
I'm
Just
gonna
anything
tell
that I
y'all just like Miguel told
can't
me.
come to his roast.
I'm coming back with it at the end.
Yeah,
I'm
good
gonna-
luck with that.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna get roasted.
You kind of against some professionals. That's like saying, well, I'm going to play him one-on-one.
of.
You can guard Shaq if you want to, but just don't be mad when you get dunked on. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Some of us are cutthroat.
Because I met you when you had a beard. Whenever you hit me up the next time, I was like, who the fuck is this?
Who the hell is Ross from Friends talking to right now?
Dude, people fucking call me Ross from
thought you had
Friends,
a
bro.
G.
It's Ross from Friends, dog.
Dude, people call me that sometimes. It's
I
fucking
believe it.
nuts, dude. You got the algorithm down, dog. But anyways, man, we're gonna end it, dog.
All right, man.
It was
Hey.
great, man.
Appreciate. Do we shake hands or something? Is that what we do on White People's Podcast? Because in Black People's Podcast, we go barbecue somewhere.
We can lock C's, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, all that. Hi.